Welcome to the Fandom Fighters Podcast.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Fandom Fighters Podcast, first ever live episode.
Yeah, live E3 Extravaganza.
Woo! Right from the show floor, right? Totally.
Yeah, totally. So we have a lot of E3 to cover.
So much E3.
Jesus, literally like 8 pages of notes to go through.
Oh god, well, taking into account that, at least half of one of those pages is basically EA, I mean, we'll get through this pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, maybe.
What happened at EA? A bunch of shit I don't care about. Alright, let's move on.
Yeah. But before we start about E3, we want to start how we start every episode. We're talking about what we've been watching, what we've been listening to, and what we've been playing.
Do I get to go
first?
Yes,
you get to go first this time.
So...
Tired of going first.
So if you've been watching the podcast, or I guess listening to the podcast, you would know for a long time, you would know that Frank has been trying to get me to watch a certain anime on Netflix for a while now. It's one of his favorites.
It is one
he
of my
loves
favorites.
it a ton. Mm-hmm. I did not watch that shit.
I have interviewed 2 of the voice actors
Yeah.
and a cosplay group now
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah, it's not Durarara, rah 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 rah, go team go. It is Ouran High School Host Club.
The best anime ever made.
Dear God, I was like, oh, what is this girly fucking shit?
That's a stretch. I don't know if it's the best anime. It's really, really, really
the
good.
The best anime ever. No,
no, I would not go that far.
No, it's not. But it's really, really funny, and I really enjoy it.
Not what you were telling me before the podcast.
No, I'm just talking shit.
I was like, Seaman, what do you think of the show? And he's like,
I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's really funny. I watched probably half of it last night when I should have been sleeping. But yeah, so that's really good.
So, speaking of Ouran real quick, shameless self-promotion time. My interview with Dripping with Good Looks Cosplay just went live, where we talk for about 17 minutes of Ouran High School Host Club talk, so you can jump over to the Frank Wack channel after the podcast and check all that out.
Plug.
Links will probably in the chat room somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's an okay video. I mean, I'm totally the one who edited it and everything, shot it, and
he even asked a question in that interview. I actually
asked a question. I was like, "Why should I watch Ouran High School Host Club?" And
He got all the death glares.
He outed me. He's like, "Yeah, Seawood's never seen it." You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to. But you did.
Whoops.
I got all the death stares. It was horrible. I wanted to just, cower in fear.
Oh, I wish I remember the guy's name. He was really cool. The guy that cosplays as Mori-senpai for them. And he just, stared at Seawood. He's like, get out.
It was horrible. I thought I was going to die.
It's so funny.
But yeah, I've been watching Ouran High School Host Club. I'm really enjoying it. Playing. I just started Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Just now started?
I just now started. Well, I just bought it a week or two ago.
Okay. I was like, man, it's been out forever.
Yeah, I just bought it, and then the PlayStation Store, I was having a sale on a bunch of games, and I bought the base version for $16 to $18. Game of the Year edition, $10. I'm like, fuck, wasted my money.
That game came out when I was working at GameStop, so I took it home the night it came out. Played it for a week.
And how was it?
It's good. I played the 360 version, which isn't as good, but it's
I got the PS4
decent
version.
enough. It's probably way better.
It's not.
I know the enemy AI is way smarter on the PS4, Xbox One versions.
And it looks better, of course.
Yeah.
Because graphics are everything, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah. Graphics are
yeah, I've been
so
playing
much.
that. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key because I'm totally absorbed into everything Kingdom Hearts, and even though it's a mobile phone game, I still play it. And then I listened to the entirety of Hamilton this morning, all 48 songs. That fucking musical is great, and he has no idea what I'm talking about because
not a clue.
You didn't even you've never even heard about it before I mentioned it to you.
I'm not really a musical guy. I like when he was talking about Little Shop of Horrors before the podcast started. I didn't even know what Little Shop of Horrors was until my brother's high school did a rendition of it, and I was like, okay, sure, we'll give it a shot. It's good.
I mean, Little Shop of Horrors is good, but Hamilton is so good. No one can get tickets to it right now. No one. Like, it's almost impossible. It's just that good. It won like 11 Tony Awards. It's really good.
Just like the Oscar of plays.
Yeah, it's like the Oscar of like musicals and like plays and stuff. So, yeah. What have you been watching, listening, and playing?
Watching? Not a whole lot. We've been covering E3 this whole freaking week.
Oh yeah.
We all watched E3 a lot of E3. Other than that, really, like Pro Jared. I watched the new completionist episode on how do you say it? Asagi Academy.
Asagao.
I don't know.
Asagao,
it's
fuck yourself.
the dating sim about normal boots, and it's free.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I might download it.
You just reminded me of someone who I started watching last night.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to look it up.
I mean, but other than that, like I watch a lot of YouTube. Game Grumps, WWE. I've been keeping up with that. Money in the Bank's this Sunday.
Money in the Bank.
I'm excited because it looks good for once. Listening to not much is new. Chiptunes.
Yeah.
2000s emo music.
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, old Fall Out Boy. Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh, so good Fall Out Boy.
I like a lot of their newer stuff.
Actually,
too.
I bought like a lot of their newer stuff.
I recently started listening to the band Billy Talent again, who I forgot about for like a decade. But I started listening to them again because of shit that's been happening with me.
So what I was trying to find on YouTube, it's a channel called Good Blood, and this guy does a lot of documentary short films. I found him through
which is right up your alley.
Well, I found him through a video he did on Crash Bandicoot. It's called Crash Bandicoot: An Icon Decline. Basically explaining why Crash Bandicoot failed after Naughty Dog stopped making the games.
I see.
And I looked at his videos, and I watched one more, and it's a documentary short film called The Completionist.
Huh.
It's about Gerard Khalil.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Y'all should go check it out. Good Blood. He doesn't have a ton of subscribers. In fact, his completionist video is sitting at about 8,000. But still, it's really cool.
Better than my shit.
Oh, yeah. You don't even have an interview with the completionist up yet.
I don't have one up. I'm not sure if it's going to go up. The audio's not great. The interview itself is kind of eh. I got that interview on the Sunday of Retropalooza, and he was really drained.
Everybody's really drained on the Sunday of
everybody but Matt Pat, but...
Matt Pat is like a little Energizer bunny.
All the energy, man. It's crazy. Playing? I think I'm close to being done with the Final Fantasy 15 first demo. I've not moved on to the second one because I want to beat that first one. I played Smash with my girlfriend last night, and she swiftly remembers why she doesn't like to play that game with me.
You kick her ass?
I'm very trolly. And by that I mean I play Pikachu and I jump and spam B and run away.
Yeah.
And
fuck you.
She doesn't know what to do about it. She gets mad. It's hilarious.
I cannot counter a Pikachu. I'm horrible at countering.
Pikachu's really good though. That's why Pikachu's like godlike.
I'm so godlike. I mean, Pika Pika.
I mean Venusaur. But yeah, that's really it. There's not much new for me.
So, E3 2016. We're going to go through all the different press conferences, starting with the first one that happened all the way to the last one. So the first press conference, which I did not watch because I like good games, was EA.
Oh my god! All the shots have been fired.
I do not like EA. Not necessarily because they are shitty business, just because they don't make games that I care about.
They've got a few things they announced that I'm really interested in. So we'll talk about those when they come around.
All right.
But E3 started with Titanfall 2.
Meh.
And I'm really excited to see the Titanfall 2 is coming to PlayStation. That's cool.
I mean, that's nice, but I don't know. Like Titanfall, like it was a cool first-person shooter, but does anyone still care about it?
When I was listening, I listened to like all the Pro Jared's things he did on all the press conferences, and something he mentioned about Titanfall 2 is that it feels like Call of Duty, which is really funny because when I think it was Black Ops 2, there was a Call of Duty game that was coming out when Titanfall 1 came out,
Advanced Warfare.
Oh yeah, it was Advanced Warfare. Yeah, because when it was coming out, I was like, oh look, it's Call of Titanfall.
Yeah. That's actually like the last Call of Duty I got, which I bought it used.
I also rented that while I was working at GameStop.
I didn't care. I got it purely for the multiplayer.
I played the story and nothing else.
See, that's where we're opposites. No, I prefer to to get online and get my ass kicked by 12-year-olds. God, I'm bad at that game.
I made a rule a long time ago about online gaming that if a 12-year-old can beat me at it, I shouldn't be playing it. So I gave up on
times when I
gave up on shooters a long time ago.
And then there's those times where I got my sniper rifle, I'm in just the right position, and I'm just taking out that entire team. Like legit, took out an entire team in Advanced Warfare with a sniper rifle, and I had a perk that let me carry a second primary weapon. Mm-hmm. So once I run out of bullets from my sniper rifle, I pull out a fucking assault rifle, and they're chasing after me. I'm just shooting them and mowing them down. Uh-huh. It's brilliant. So if Titanfall 2 can do that, maybe I'll play it.
But yeah, Titanfall 2 was pretty cool. The trailer looks really good. What they've shown of the gameplay looks alright. There's supposed to be a story mode in this one, which is appealing to me because I actually like storylines in shooters. One of the only ones, I know that.
I mean, if it's a good story, it's a good story. It doesn't matter what game it's in.
Yeah.
But moving on from Titanfall 2, the next game we got was Sports Madden 17. Nobody gives a fuck. Let's move on. Mass Effect Andromeda. No date, no gameplay. We don't give a fuck. Let's move on. EA Origins. Battlefield 1 comes out 7 days early for Xbox One.
I actually want to talk about this for a second.
Through EA Origins.
EA Origins is like EA's like Uplay for Ubisoft.
Yeah, or Origin. Yeah, it's their Uplay thing.
Nobody really uses it because it's annoying, just like Uplay.
Yeah, you can get it on your computer, but I mean, all it has to do is download The Sims and Battlefield. So
on top of what we just mentioned, you can get Battlefield 1 a week early. If you register through EA Origins or something. I don't know exactly how it works.
Basically, if you have an Origin account, you can buy it through there, and then you get it early. I think that's probably how it works.
The only other thing that EA really mentioned about Origins, other than begging you mercilessly to use EA Origins, was how they're going to start doing these challenge things. And ProJared gave the example of shooting Vader in the head 10 times in Battlefront or something stupid like that. But every time you did one of them, they would...
Achievement unlocked.
No, it's not even an achievement. What's cool about it is EA will give charitable donations to a charity of your choosing. Or a list of a charity of your choosing. I don't know how it's going to work. That's pretty
weird.
Cool. Reward people who are less fortunate by playing video games. That's cool to me.
Yeah.
I'm still not using EA Origins, but hopefully somebody does, and hopefully somebody will see money for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that Xbox gets Battlefield 1 a few days early. Because it looks like it's going to be a fun game. It's another FPS.
We're going back to World War 1 finally.
A lot of games actually haven't done World War 1. We mostly get World War 2 if we go back in time. There's a few Civil War shooters too, which are horrible. Anyways. There's a History Channel Civil War FPS game.
Have you played it?
No, but I watched Screw Attack review it back in the day.
Oh goodness!
Oh my god, it was so bad.
Did they fall through the ground?
I don't think. I think they got stuck in a building or something. I don't know.
That one. There was a shooter.
They got stuck on in the.
There was a war shooter. I think it was also made by History for the 360.
Why does the History Channel making video games? I don't get that.
Because war is cool, man. Fucking Activision can make shit. Why can't we?
World War II in HD, the video game.
World War II in HD, the video.
Ancient Aliens, the video game.
That's great.
Oh my god. But moving on. More sports, because you can't get enough sports, and it's FIFA. And
for those of you that like FIFA or Madden, we don't mean any disrespect, but it's just not for us.
I don't give any fucks.
I think I said it on an earlier podcast episode that I would have bought Madden this year had the Panthers won the Super Bowl. But they didn't, so that's money EA is not getting from me. Yeah.
So if you like FIFA, there's a new one. Go get it if you want.
There's supposed to be a story mode in this new one, at least.
Can you finally play as a female character?
Yeah, there's like female teams. There has been like the last one.
I was watching someone streaming and they couldn't make a female character for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if you can make a female character, but you can play as the female teams. That's cool.
So,
EA coaches?
Yeah.
Whatever. Moving on.
There's been coaches in the game before. It's nothing new, really.
Anyway.
Incremental, updates that aren't
We're overhauling the gameplay and ball control, just like every other year.
What's this EA Originals thing?
EA Originals is like the Nindies. Like it's their indie game thing. And the poor unfortunate companies that signed with EA to get their game made.
Unfortunate soul.
There's a really cool game though that I saw from the EA Origins thing. Do you remember the trailer they showed for Fee? With like the ghostly dude and like I don't remember it.
No.
Because I just watched so much E3 that since it was the first thing they showed, I remember it being really cool, but I remember absolutely nothing about it. So maybe I'll watch it sometime soon. And I don't know. It was really cool. Go look up the trailer for Fee, guys.
Yeah. Totes.
It's just spelled F-E. It's going to be published through EA, but made by another company.
Yeah, I've never seen this thing before in my life.
We didn't watch that. Yeah, it looks pretty cool though.
And then
Star Wars. Star Wars, guys.
There's going to be a new Battlefront next year.
Wait, we got to talk about this. There's a new Battlefront coming out next year. It hadn't even been a year, and they're announcing a new one.
Well, yeah, because it's going to be their second Battlefield. I don't know. Battlefront used to be good. Make a good one.
I have nothing to say. I
don't want another one because it's just.
I am disappointed.
like I understand it's not exactly like Battlefield, but it's a first-person shooter, just like it's in the same genre.
It's in the same engine.
Yeah, in the engine, same developers. It feels like Battlefield.
It's Battlefield with a code of Star Wars.
And, it's not exactly, but it's pretty damn close. Yeah. And I've played a little bit of Battlefront. I don't like it as much as the old ones, honestly. Yeah. I wish that they would just go back the way it used to be.
There was a single player.
Yeah. Well, technically there is, but it's like sending waves of enemies against you. It's not really
a story. That doesn't sound fun at all.
It's not. And I've played it multiplayer. But there's an action-adventure Star Wars coming out in 2018.
They didn't tell us anything. Literally, they were like, hey guys, you like Star Wars?
We're going to give you Star Wars!
There's a new game coming out in 2018.
Hey guys, look, it's Star Wars! Star Wars!
They didn't give us a title. They didn't tell us anything other than it was going to be an action-adventure game. I'm sorry, they showed us 5 seconds of gameplay. Like this dude walking on Tatooine who looked a lot like Nathan Drake, and TIE fighters flew over him. And that was it. That's all they showed us. 2018, guys.
I wish they would just revive 1313. One of the many things that died when Disney bought Star Wars was Star Wars 1313. It was like a Boba Fett, Jango Fett game or something. It looked really cool. Titanfall devs are making a Star Wars game.
Yeah, question mark? Again, they were just like, hey, the guys that make Titanfall, they actually gave the studio name, I don't know, Respawn Entertainment. They're like, then Respawn's going to be making a Star Wars game too. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, EA pretty much lost. But hey, at least they had...
No, we lost an hour.
Snoop Dogg and Kesha playing Battlefield 1.
You can't forget about Zac Efron and Jamie Foxx.
I actually don't mind Zac Efron.
But no,
he pushed this conference. He pushed it to the limit.
Oh my god!
He was in it to win it. God,
get out of my house. Let's go.
But Battlefield 1,
the Battlefield 1 trailer stuff they showed us was cool. We actually got a little bit of gameplay. Cool. But it was weird how they did it, and I'm gonna try not to sound exactly like Pro Jared said it, but it was like, here's some Battlefield gameplay, here are the celebrities playing Battlefield, here's more Battlefield gameplay, look, more celebrities! The celebrities love Battlefield, you should buy Battlefield,
Shock, gasp, surprise.
EA trying
to...
EA selling their shit because Snoop Dogg? Okay.
No, man.
But that was E3. That was E3. EA.
Yeah, that was EA.
That was all of E3, guys. We're done. Pack
Zero
it up.
fucks were given about everything. However, that night we got a good, developer.
So we got the makeup, the makeup test.
Yeah. We got Bethesda, and the first game they showed off was Quake Champions.
Yay!
It's a multiplayer first-person shooter.
Yeah, I've never played a Quake game.
I played Quake Live, which was also a multiplayer first-person shooter.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was fun. It was made by id. And it was free to play. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. This one looks a bit darker, grittier, which is not necessarily what I don't really care. Because the only multiplayer first-person shooter I really play anymore is like TF2.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It'll probably be good. 120 frames per second gameplay, which is really cool because the standard's pretty much 60 at this point.
Right. Yeah. Everything they kind of gave a whole lot of specs thing about Quake Champions, and everything they said made it feel like it was going to be PC only.
It could be.
Like I said, they said a lot about it having an unlocked frame rate. And having 120 refresh rate, which, to my knowledge, I don't think the PS4 or Xbox One can even handle. I don't know.
Project Scorpio.
Yeah.
Because we know Bethesda's working with them.
We're getting there. Spoilers.
Well, what the fuck's this Project Scorpio? I can't wait to hear this later in the podcast.
Yeah. For those of you that didn't watch E3 for whatever reason.
But yeah, Quake Champions looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It's not for me, but it's cool.
But hey, then we heard about a brand new Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls Legends. It's a card game.
It's Hearthstone. It's not even a new card game.
It's going to be on iOS and like PC and
which
shit.
is cool. I like Hearthstone. I never play Hearthstone anymore because
you have a life now.
Well,
I'm kidding.
I don't like to pay for it. And so I don't play online much. I just play like the little story mode thing they had. And I only played it on my old phone when I had my Galaxy Mega. My Mega could actually play it. My new phone can't. So I stopped playing Hearthstone.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you like Hearthstone, you like Elder Scrolls.
You like Gwent, you'll love this. Then we got some information about Fallout 4 DLC because we have an entire wave of that we didn't know about yet. I'm gonna get the boring stuff out of the way. There's gonna be new workshop DLC for your settlements.
See, wait, this is the exciting stuff for me. I'm really interested in buying Fallout 4 almost exclusively for this DLC.
Well, like the settlement building stuff is okay in Fallout 4. And some of this is kind of interesting because you're getting DLC that's going to add more mechanisms in, so like conveyor belts and stuff like that. That's interesting. And then you're also going to be able to create your own vault, which is really cool.
It looks like Fallout Shelter-esque.
They use a Fallout Shelter-esque
a layout.
Well, they use a Fallout Shelter-esque camera angle at one point. Okay. But we don't know if the actual game, like when you're making it, if it's going to look at that because when you're building your settlement, you're doing it in first person or third person, depending on what camera layout you use in the game. And I don't know, it's interesting. I don't really care about settlement building that much, so...
Whenever they announced Fallout 4 last year and they showed off like the building stuff, that was the thing that got me really interested in it.
It's okay.
I really like games like SimCity and stuff like that, which is why I thought I would like Tropico.
But yeah, it looks okay. But the really interesting one for me is we finally got it confirmed that we are getting Nuka World as a as DLC. It's going to be story DLC for Fallout 4, and it takes place in a Nuka-Cola themed theme park. Yeah. There's going to be raiders controlling it or something like that. It looks interesting. It's going to be an interesting locale. Maybe not quite as interesting as Far Harbor, but still, it looks cool. We didn't really get a whole lot of story details about it, though.
Right.
We basically just got a pre-rendered...
Hey, Nuka World!
Yeah, it was pretty much just a pre-rendered trailer showing an environment, and that was
it. That should be the new title of this episode.
There's also a update for Fallout Shelter, which is the iOS Android game They're adding in quests,
which is cool.
Yeah, which is all right.
I played a lot of Fallout Shelter when it first came out.
Same, and then I haven't played it in a long time.
I have not played it forever.
My Vault
it's
Dwellers
supposed to be coming to
dead.
PC. If it's still free to, if it's still free to download, I'll probably download it on my PC and play it off and on.
And then they announced Skyrim Remastered.
Yay!
For people who don't have it on PC, this is interesting because you're getting basically better quality graphics on PS4 and Xbox One, and mod support, official mod support.
That's cool.
consoles.
Fallout 4 has that though, doesn't it?
On Xbox One,
Xbox
it does.
One.
It's coming to PS4 like this month or something.
Yeah. That's cool. I don't know, like, because I know some of like the really popular mods in Skyrim, especially, are like Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll be able to do that.
Tell me I can't turn the ponies into dragons? I mean, dragons into ponies? Damn it! I remember in high school when when the whole brony fandom was a big deal. I didn't get sucked into it, but I had friends who were into it, and they showed me that mod where it turns the dragons into ponies from My Little Pony. Dear God, I've never been so scared of Fluttershy in my life.
That sounds amazing, though. It just kind of clicked in my head what you were talking about. That's awesome.
Fluttershy flying at you, breathing fire, but I was just like, save me!
So I guess you could call her Flutter Die.
God damn it! Get your shitty puns out of here.
They're good. They're good.
Just like the shitty reboot of Prey. No, I'm kidding. So for those who don't know, Prey is a series.
Oh yeah. Are we on to that? Oh yeah, we are onto that.
Yeah, I already moved to that. So back in the day, like 2007, they announced a sequel to the game Prey. It looked really cool. It looked like you were like this space bounty hunter, and you had to go around like chasing down different bounties and stuff. Really cool. Everyone's like, we can't wait to see this.
Yeah, and it never happened.
It never happened. It got canceled for some reason. Nobody's really sure why. But at Bethesda's E3 conference, they showed a trailer for Prey, like a reboot,
a new Prey.
Yeah, it's kind of got like this Groundhog Day sort of thing.
Yeah,
where, like,
yeah.
The guy wakes up and he hears like, "Oh, you've got a meeting at blah blah blah."
Good morning, whatever your name is.
You have a meeting at blah 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 with whoever.
Yeah.
And he goes and looks in the mirror. His eyes are a little bloodshot. Wakes up the next day. Here's the same thing. His eyes are more bloodshot. Wakes up the next day. Same thing. Eyes are really bloodshot. Wakes up the next day. He's suddenly in some like laboratory.
Everything goes to shit.
We don't know really exactly what the story is, but it looks really cool. It's got a lot of space and sci-fi cool stuff.
Thank you, Shanoa. My girlfriend's in the chat. Morgan was the guy's name. But yeah, it looks really interesting. The line he gives, because whenever like everything goes to hell and he walks into this room and it's like himself looking at him and he's like, "You're not gonna like what I have to say." Fuck yeah, I'm interested. Let's do this. Give me more.
So long as it's not like Pluto Nash bullshit, I'll be happy.
Pluto Nash? Holy God. Nobody knows what you're talking about, CWood.
No. There's a few people who watch Nostalgia Critic.
Jesus, Pluto Nash.
That's about as far away from Jesus as you can get. After we heard about Prey, there was a little... They gave a few details about Doom.
Yeah, they talked a lot about Doom for a little while.
Yeah, they mentioned that there's going to be some DLC coming for the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Good for the 5 people who play the multiplayer in that game. I've been hearing a lot of negative things about the multiplayer.
The cool thing, I actually, sorry, I need to stop reading the chat every now and then.
Hear you talking, I'll read the chat.
But they're giving away. Thank you. They're giving away the first level of Doom for free for PS4, Xbox One, I think PC as well. You can download a demo, the whole first level. It's really, really, really fun.
I should play that.
I have not. I haven't played any Doom in forever, like since the original. Playing
the original was great.
It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for that game to be $20 so I can buy it.
Steam summer sale, come on!
Yeah, but for now, oh God, I couldn't buy it. No way.
Your computer would explode.
Not even like put it on 8-bit graphics, it wouldn't even be able to run that.
Can't even run the original Doom.
Yeah. Anyway, But yeah, if you guys have Xbox One or PS4, PC that can run it, I mean, go download the demo. It's free, and it only lasts for like another couple days, I think.
I need to get that.
So go download it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I liked it.
After we heard about the Doom DLC, though, we heard about stuff for Elder Scrolls Online.
I forgot Elder Scrolls Online was a thing.
Yeah, so I know a few people who play it. There's going to be like a one Tamriel update, which, what does that do?
It's supposed to like because they're like level caps in certain places. Yeah. It's supposed to take away level caps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, completely. Which I don't know a whole lot about MMOs, so I'm literally going to spout exactly what Pro Jared said about it. It really concerned him. From an MMO standpoint, because basically what that means is that there will be areas of the game where people should be that won't, because everybody will be where you can level fast.
They're going to be around killing crabs.
Exactly. Something. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's that. They're adding in Dark Brotherhood.
It's the Dark Brotherhood's already on the PC version, but it's coming to console soon.
So good for people who play it. I don't play it. You don't play it, so we don't really care.
Yeah.
They talked about VR a little bit.
Yay!
Fallout 4 is coming to the HTC Vive, which is alright, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't want to play it VR. I wouldn't.
Man, I'm gonna say it now. I don't care for it. I don't care for VR.
Yeah.
I don't see the coolness. Like
I can't play VR, so
yeah.
It doesn't fit around my glasses, and even though there's some, I've used an Oculus that let you adjust the headgear, so that if you wear glasses, it would work. And even then, it doesn't go strong enough for me.
I got you. I don't know. It's a cool thing, I guess. I mean, I don't feel like it's the future of gaming. I feel like it's a thing that will exist inside of gaming. And it's just not for me. Fallout 4 VR, that sounds cool on paper, I guess.
Like playing Fallout 4 for HTC Vive, and you're on the hardest difficulty, survival mode, ultimate Fallout 4 experience. I would not enjoy it though.
I would be terrified. Are you kidding? You see a super mutant? Fucking no. Fucking get
Behemoth.
Oh Jesus.
Like the super mutants that are as tall as like a fucking skyscraper.
But what could possibly be worse than all that? Doom.
Doom VR.
Doom VR.
So, you remember how when
terrifying.
Manhunt 2 came out, everyone was like, yeah, this is a murder simulator. Doom VR.
Manhunt 2. Good God.
That right there is a murder simulator.
Yeah,
Doom
but
VR.
that sounds terrifying. I mean, there are a lot of cool, like looking areas in Doom from what I played at the demo. That, I mean, I guess would be cool in VR. Again, it's just not for me. So if you're excited about VR and you want to give it a shot or whatever, I mean, and you like Doom, that sounds cool. I'm sure it'll be good. Bethesda generally doesn't make crap. But yeah.
Fallout 4 could have been a lot better. It honestly could have. But at least we'll be getting a good sequel.
They ended on a really high note. Bethesda did. Dishonored 2. They showed about like 20 minutes of Dishonored 2.
So we only got like a pre-rendered CGI trailer last year.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the actual game. And we got to see the actual game, and oh my god, it looks so good. I want to play it.
A good bit of the actual game.
She shot him in the ass! She shot him in the ass! in the gameplay that they were showing off, whoever was playing, hit this guy and he fell to the ground, and then they took out a gun and just shot the guy right in the butt, and it was just hilarious. Everyone on Twitter was talking about it.
That's really funny.
Oh my god!
But I couldn't help but think about this whenever we were watching it. This game looks it looks like it's almost designed for speedrunning. Which I'm hyped for.
Because you love getting through a game as fast as possible.
I like the idea of figuring out how to get through a game as fast as possible. It's not that I'm like, oh, fuck this game, I just want to beat it as fast as I can. But it's like, you have to know the game so well that you can just blow through it.
If I'm ever in that mindset of, oh, fuck this game, I want to get it over with, I just stop playing the game.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, it looked really interesting. You can play as Corvo, or the girl.
Is it his daughter?
No, it's like the daughter of the people. It was like the daughter of like the people
the Empress
who were
girl?
the Empress or whoever was ruling the country. And
I don't know if she was a
there was
queen.
basically like a coup d'etat, and Corvo basically like helped rescue her.
Yeah.
And so the whole like plot of the first game is basically like you were framed for the murder of the people in charge, and like you gotta go, basically like clear your name or whatever. I think
it's
been a while
that was
since I
basically
played
the plot line of Dishonored 1.
But yeah, you can play as what is her name? Elliot? I want to say it's Ellie.
I don't know.
Ellie something. I don't know. But yeah, you can play as Corvo. You play as the girl. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like Dishonored.
I can't wait.
Play it.
It looks better than Dishonored, which
yeah,
I didn't see.
Well,
coming.
I would hope it looks better than Dishonored. It's on a new system.
Yeah.
Now remind me. I can't remember if it was this game or another one. Did they say that this comes with Dishonored Definitive Edition?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, okay. I thought I heard.
I don't remember that.
Okay, I thought I heard that, but I guess not.
I know there's a few games that we'll be talking about later that do. So that was about all for Bethesda. It was really good. I was really excited about a lot they had to talk about, and even the stuff like the VR and stuff. They presented it in such a way that I was like, "That's really cool."
If you pre-order Dishonored 2, you get Dishonored Definitive Edition for free.
Oh, okay. It's like a digital, or
probably.
Yeah.
Which means that if I pre-ordered it, I'd have to delete everything off my PS4 because the PS4 has like no space on it.
It's like either they'll give you a download code, or like the first run of Dishonored 2 will have both games in it.
Yeah.
Similar to how they did Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U.
It's probably not going to be how Walmart did Batman Arkham City, where they literally just where they pretty much just taped the entire like Batman Arkham Asylum like box onto it. That's basically what it was like. They just funny. Taped it basically to that.
So Microsoft started in the morning on Monday.
Yeah.
And man, okay.
I don't care too much for Microsoft. I'm going to get this out of the way right now. I don't care for Microsoft very much video game wise. Primarily because I do not have an Xbox One.
I mean, if you don't have an Xbox One...
The only Xbox console I've ever owned is the original Xbox. However...
There's an upgraded Xbox coming. Xbox One coming. That's really
Xbox
cool.
One S.
Yeah. We're following the trends of
Apple with
phones.
their phones.
Awesome. Great.
It's 40% slimmer. It's an upgraded console that can output in 4K.
Yeah, you can output...
Video, not necessarily the video games.
Right.
And it starts at $300.
What's really nice is it's starting at $300.
Yeah, for the 500 gigabyte model.
Yeah.
And
there's a terabyte for $350 and a 2 terabyte for $4.
Yeah, which is what I would want because I've learned my lesson from PS4. 500 gigabytes is not enough for this console generation.
I feel like I could be okay with it. I could just like shuffle through games.
Well, it's annoying to me because whenever I get a new game, I have to delete something off my PS4.
Oh, I see.
Because every game installs, and then PS Plus. Well, if I want a PS Plus game, I'm gonna have to delete some other game, and it's annoying.
I got you. But yeah, the Xbox One S, I'm really excited. It's supposed to come out in September. And I'm mostly excited for this because I've been waiting for something similar like this, or like a deluxe bundle that came with a game that I could pre-order and I can pay over time because I can't just drop $300 on something.
Yeah.
Now I can go to GameStop, I can put $50 down on it or something, and I can just pay it off as I go, which is good. Good on you, Microsoft.
Also, along with that, they announced, I can't remember the name for it, but they announced a service where you can go online and actually design your very own Xbox One controller.
We'll get there. It's in my notes.
Oh, is that?
It is in my notes.
Down?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I skipped ahead, apparently.
You did.
Can we just go ahead and talk about that since I already brought it up?
Yeah.
So basically, it's a website you can go to and order your very own controller. You can put your gamer tag on it, which is kind of cool. There's a bunch of different colors you can choose from. There's a few different colors for the buttons on it. I think you can change a few things on the D-pad. It's not the most customizable thing in the world, but it's pretty cool. Like,
one of the things they show... No, they showed that in the next thing. But it's like you can change like the colors of the buttons, like almost all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
You can't change it to just any color, but they got
There's supposed to be like a million different ways you can get a controller,
Yeah.
which is cool. It's custom made through Microsoft Store,
Yeah.
which is nice. And I bet you anything doing this because it's going to save them a lot of money in the end. Instead of just releasing a new color of controller, like like they have been doing and like Sony had been doing. Instead, now you can just buy your own, and they don't have to make 20,000 of them for 6 people to buy them.
Microsoft saw what Nike was doing, was like, let's do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
especially, and it also gives you the choice to choose, which is cool because it's not like now. It's instead of it being, do you want this black controller, or do you want the white one, or do you want the red one? Now it's like, do you want blue buttons? Do you want green buttons? Do you want a black controller with orange fucking buttons? It's
you do because your favorite color is orange.
That's true. Halloween themed, black and orange. That'd be cool.
Halloween controller.
But yeah, the next thing Microsoft talked about is something that they drove home with like every game they announced.
Guess what? Fuck exclusivity to our console. Let's just make all our games available on Windows 10. It's not like everybody is forced to have it now.
So Microsoft announced Xbox Play Anywhere, which is a new service they're doing where Xbox One and Windows 10 will be like co-compatible.
Yeah, basically most of if not all of their games are going to be available on both Xbox One and Windows 10.
Well, it's not even that, but they play together, and if you buy the game digitally, you get it on both.
Yeah.
So you can turn off the game on your Xbox if somebody like needs the TV or whatever, and go to your computer and pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
If you have a good enough computer.
If you have a good enough Windows 10 computer. I don't.
Most people don't. But for those who do, it's alright.
And I'm sure they're thinking like long term with this.
Yeah.
Because Windows 10 is supposed to be around for a long ass time, and I'm sure eventually I'll end up getting it.
To me, though, it kind of feels like they're still trying to play catch up with PS4 because PS4 has had something similar for a while where if you buy there's a lot of games that you buy and you get them. Damn it, phone. You guys get to hear my ringtone. Oh, hey, Philip H. Motes shared something on Facebook.
No, really?
Legit, it's your fault. Anyways, so PS4, buy a game. There's a lot of games that you can buy that give you copies of it for the Vita and PlayStation 3.
Yeah, there's the whole cross-buy thing.
Yeah, the whole cross-buy thing. A lot of games have cross-save along with that, and
Nintendo's starting to do that as well now.
Yeah, and there's I think it's called SharePlay. No, it's Remote Play, where you can play on your Vita, or you can play on your computer, or PlayStation Television, but no one has that. But yeah, so it feels like they're kind of trying to play catch up.
Yeah, well, and it's also like Microsoft is like, I feel like they're slowly trying to get into the PC market, but they're doing so in such a dumb way that it's like, we already have GOG, we already have Steam.
Yeah.
Microsoft are doing it stupidly.
They're trying to force it on everyone, I feel like.
Follow the mold. Yeah. Just watch how Steam and GOG does it.
Yeah.
And just do that, and people will be okay with it. Yeah. But no, we have to be Microsoft.
This is good news for people who want to play the latest they want to play the latest Microsoft game, but don't have an Xbox One. But it's good for the PC gamers. I think the average gamer is not going to really take advantage of it because the average gamer does not have a monster PC that can run it.
Sure.
That's why I feel like what Sony does is really good because Remote Play streams the game to your computer rather than you having to run the game on your computer.
That's cool.
Yeah. But
I dig that.
It's an okay idea. I just don't feel like it's gonna be that amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. We'll see how it goes down the line. That's probably what it'll end up meaning.
But one of the games to take advantage of that is
Gears of War 4. We got to see a lot of Gears.
Yeah.
And it looks like Gears.
Gears of War.
And that's not a bad thing. I'm really excited because I really like the Gears of War franchise.
And I've only played a little bit of the multiplayer of the third one, I think.
Oh, did you just play the story?
Huh?
The story's so good.
I didn't have.
I think that's why I like Gears.
I didn't have a 360. I couldn't play it. I had to play it at a friend's house.
I understand. We'll play it at some point in time. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a Let's Play.
Oh God. But yeah, Gears of War 4. It looks like Gears of War, so it's okay.
It's got like they showed a lot of gameplay. It's got like this horror-ish aspect to it, and by that I mean like the level that they were playing on was like very dark, very spooky. Like it was raining really hard, and it was blowing wind everywhere, and things were flying.
Sandstorm.
Was it a sandstorm?
I thought it was a sandstorm.
Whatever. Again, I've watched so much E3, guys. I'm trying to remember everything, and you have to bear with me. But like we said, it's going to be Play Anywhere compatible. The gameplay trailer was really, really cool. The gameplay they showed was really cool, and they showed at the very end of the trailer, Marcus Phoenix was in the trailer. That was really cool.
He's an old man.
He's an old man. I don't remember the end of 3, so I wasn't like, but it was like, cool, Marcus.
I was just like, is that the main character? And they're like, yeah. But yeah, speaking of Gears of War, we're getting a Gears of War character in a non-Gears game.
I really, really, really hate how they're turning Killer Instinct into Smash.
Yeah, General Rom.
General Rom is in Smash, or is in Killer Instinct. That'd be awesome. General Rom and Smash Brothers, fucking ganking people with his fucking knife. That would be so cool. Just like killing off Mario, and being like, "Fuck this guy."
I'm just imagining like a Lancer like just tearing through Mario now.
It is a Lancer.
I know that character doesn't.
Do you remember the trailer they showed with Rom?
Yeah, I know.
You know that throw that he did?
Yeah.
That was like a really iconic scene in the first Gears of War.
Okay. See, I haven't played it.
Yeah.
All I know is Lancers, and I know this character isn't because he's like a locust or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, they brought in the Arbiter for Halo.
Really?
They brought in Rash from the Battletoads.
Battletoads!
Which I was really cool with. Like, that one...
I remember the first time I heard Battletoads in Killer Instinct, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was...
What?
That one was cool. I was like, that's a good move.
By the way, do you have Killer Instinct?
I have it. I have, like, just the free version, which just gives you Jago.
Damn it. I wanted to play as Rash.
Well, the reason I haven't bought it is because it's not my Xbox One, and Matthew has so much crap. It's the problem that you have with your PS4.
Okay.
We literally have, like, 20 gigs of games downloaded that we can't install because we don't have the room for it. And so once I buy my Xbox One S, yeah, I'll have Killer Instinct because I really like.
Or you can play it on your computer because Killer Instinct is Play Anywhere compatible.
Yep, and it's free to play. I mean, you get Jago for free, which is like the Ryu of that game. He'll teach you how to play the game.
You get Jago Fett.
But yeah, it's like in General ROM. Fucking, I saw it coming, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be true. Yeah.
But then we got a trailer for Cars. Beautiful, beautiful Cars. Forza Horizon.
Cars 3, the movie, the game.
Forza Horizon 3.
Sorry.
It's Forza. It looks good. It's a racing game. I don't care too much about it, but it looks like it'll be fun.
Hey, Australia, Cars. It was, I don't know. It's okay. I didn't have, like, I don't really dig racing games anymore. I used to back when Need for Speed was like really, really good. Now I'm like, eh.
I think the last racing game I bought was Need for Speed Most Wanted on the Vita. Wow. Actually,
I bought Need for Speed The Run on Black Friday for my sister-in-law, who's a big fan of racing games. So yeah, it was like right up her alley.
I don't play well, actually, no. I bought Distance. That I guess you can technically say that's a racing game.
Yeah.
Which that's on PC. You can find it on Steam. It's fun. Buy during the summer sale. But yeah, Forza Horizon looks alright. But then the game he was waiting for.
Oh my god!
From the creator of Mega Man, Keiji Inafune.
They showed fucking Recore gameplay.
Recore! Hype!
I'm so aboard the hype train right now.
I'm just like, it looks alright.
And I'm very tired, so I can't show you how hype I am. So last year they gave us like a 2-minute CG trailer with like this girl in this sandy desert with a robot dog, and then they fought like a whole bunch of robot crabs, and it looked cool. It looked very interesting.
Did they hit the weak point for massive damage?
We'll get to that game later.
No, it's giant enemy crabs.
But they didn't show us anything other than that, really. And they were like, hey, Recore, that looks cool, right? But I was like, okay, whatever. And then they showed us so much this year. They showed us a whole bunch of gameplay, whereas like there's platforming. Oh my god, it looks so good. It looks like Portal, kind of like the platforming kind of Portal style without the Portal gun.
Real descriptive.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to go watch the trailer, guys. Fucking But it's like there's like 5 different types of robots. There's like a gorilla one, there's like a dog one, there's a crab.
The dog one's gonna be the marketable one.
But I'm
gonna name it Goddard.
It's a 3D platforming shooter by Keiji Inafune. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's better than, his 2D platforming shooter game.
Hey, the game isn't out yet. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Another game that will probably be good is Final Fantasy 15. Which is, hey guys, remember this game's coming out on Xbox. So that game is coming out in September. It looks really, really pretty. They showed some gameplay of fighting a giant boss monster.
So you mean Square Enix is actually finishing a game?
Shut your whore mouth.
What?
You shut your whore mouth.
Hey, CWood, did they talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 at all?
Shut your whore mouth.
No? Cool. But speaking of Kingdom Hearts, though, Final Fantasy 15 looks like Kingdom Hearts meets God of War to me now. Like, they showed off this trailer of you fighting this ridiculously huge enemy. It's like, God, it's like all they care about is the cinematic. I don't see good gameplay. The demos are fun, kind of. I mean, the battle system is like God of War, press square to win.
There's a bit more to God of War than just pressing square to win.
I don't believe you.
I can't believe you actually played those games and believe that.
Played one of them. For
which one?
The first one.
Oh.
I don't know. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good because I love Squaresoft.
There was also something else that we were about, and that was DLC for The Division, which is a timed exclusive to Xbox platforms. People still play that game? Really? I don't care. Let's move on.
I think one of my friends back in Omogi still plays it, but
good for them.
Yeah. They talked a lot about Xbox Live after that.
A bunch of updates coming to it,
where you can choose like a default language for searching, so you can play with people in your region, which is cool.
You can play music in the background, which is a feature on the 360 that I know a lot of people use.
I loved that feature.
Rip CDs to your system, and then load up Halo or something, and just
I used to
play Halo while listening to AC/DC.
I used to do that with and I played like SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 or something, and I would make a character's entrance theme stuff, and I would not put music on the game.
And then you play it in the background.
And then I would play it on the background. And me and my dad had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, they're bringing it back. Cool. 2K17. I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. Clubs.
Yeah.
They're adding little groups or clubs or whatever into Xbox Live. Basically little tiny communities for different games and stuff. So, you've got one for The Division, you've got one for Minecraft.
But, it's more than that, though.
Yeah.
I mean...
there's different...
you can do, there'll be one for, elite players only, and there'll be one for casual fun. I mean, they've even gone so far, I think there's even going to be clubs that's, all girls only.
Yeah.
I mean, no boys allowed.
No boys allowed! We don't want your cooties!
I mean... That's cool. I don't know if it's gonna be exactly what they want it to be, because they want it to be
It sounds like Miiverse to me. And I
a
don't
way
really care.
for gamers to meet gamers like them and be in a hassle-free environment.
One of the big examples they used was Minecraft. You can find people on Minecraft groups and then play with them in the game.
And one of the other clubs they mentioned that I want to emphasize on here was cussing aloud, which is cool. I mean, because there's a lot of kids that play on Xbox. There's a lot of kids that play on all platforms. I know this because my brother's son and daughter play Minecraft on Xbox One.
It's your niece and nephew.
Yes. I don't know. I had a way I was going to say that, and then I lost track of it. So.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different groups that cater to a bunch of different audiences. It's really nice.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to end the hate. or anything like that. Because I think you're always going to have that.
It sounds like a nice feature.
I think you're always going to have that toxicity, though. It's just like being anonymous makes you, like, gives you the ability to speak more freely and speak more negatively.
My actions no longer have consequences.
Exactly. It's like the same reason like Facebook troll posts exist.
Same reason that if you watch Boogie 2988 or The Completionist, you get like a bunch of comments telling them how they're fat fucks and they're worthless pieces of shit when they really aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Cortana's coming to Xbox Live, guys.
Cortana, yeah, your personal assistant.
I have Cortana on my phone, actually. Fun fact,
you get Cortana on Android phones?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I downloaded Cortana on my phone because I got jealous because my girlfriend has an iPod and she uses Siri a lot. You heard, I had her do it for you.
Yeah.
When she asked Siri what her name was, and it was like...
cute widow cheeks.
Oh my fucking god. So I was like, fuck this. I know I can download something like that, so I downloaded Cortana and I use it all the time.
Yeah. I remember my first, one of my... roommates, my first semester at college, he actually had a Windows phone, and he used Cortana all the time on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a good little thing. It's nice to
I don't know how well it's going to work for Xbox One or Xbox Live, because like, I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to like open apps, but I mean, the Kinect kind of already does that.
Yeah. Well, there's no Kinect port on the Xbox One S.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to release an adapter for it, but still.
Oh, well, I don't care. I'm not gonna. I don't want to connect. Really. I mean,
I don't want them seeing everything that I do.
I mean, it's really cool. I mean, my Xbox is in the room, so I'm not gonna say it, but you can be like, like Xbox blah blah on.
Xbox in.
I swear to God, if it turns on.
I actually did that in one of my roommate's room because he had an Xbox One, and it actually did turn on.
But you can tell it to turn on, you can tell it to turn off, you can tell it to open apps or open games and stuff like that. View your achievements, you can snap things, you can record things. It's really cool, and hopefully
voice commands.
Hopefully with Cortana, we won't need to connect anymore. Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
We can just go and burn it in a fire.
They also added a few new, I want to call them modes. The first one they mentioned was called Looking for Group, which makes me think of D&D. But it's like, if you need people to play The Division with you, because, there's only 6 people that play that game online. You can go into this Looking for Group thing, and it'll find you players, of the caliber that you're looking for. That's cool. Pro Jared mentioned how it would be really cool if that feature can happen like in the background, so you can play like Forza while you're waiting on Xbox to find you players in The Division, or stuff like that. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to get past this so I can talk about something you actually care about.
Jesus Christ. Fine. The last thing they talked about was Arena, which is cool for me because I like competitiveness. It's supposed to be like tournament stuff. Like it's supposed to have its own bracket system and stuff, so you don't have to use websites like Challenge or anything like that.
Cool.
Moving on.
Minecraft.
Yay.
Dedicated. So you're going to get dedicated. Okay, so Minecraft. They're adding in a lot of compatibility with the PC version of Minecraft and the Xbox One version. So now you're going to be able to play with PC players on the Microsoft Realms servers. For those who don't know, Realms is basically a service where you can get a Minecraft server directly from Mojang. It's actually what I and a lot of my friends use to play Minecraft. So now we can actually play with our friends who only have it on Xbox One, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And also, the Play Anywhere, because there's going to be a Windows 10 version of Minecraft. Yeah. And texture packs. We're getting more texture packs, which is always nice, because vanilla Minecraft just kind of looks bland sometimes. I know you, personally, do not care one little bit about Minecraft.
Yay!
But I enjoy Minecraft, and my friends enjoy Minecraft, and it's a really fun game to play multiplayer. So I'm excited because I can finally play with one of my friends who doesn't have a computer that can run Minecraft. But he has an Xbox One, so this will be really fun. But after Minecraft, they went to show a bunch of indie games.
Yep.
The first one was
my alley.
Yeah, the first one was inside of... Oh, I forgot to mention, Minecraft on Xbox...
Indie games, guys, but wait, Minecraft.
Well, it technically is. Anyways, Minecraft.
Minecraft.
They're adding a VR mode. I forgot to mention that. I don't care about VR, but somebody probably cares.
I don't care.
Anyways, so indie games. The first one they showed off was oh wait, I forgot about with Minecraft. No, I'm just messing with you now. I'm messing with you. No, but indie games. They showed off a bunch of indie games that are coming to Xbox.
They showed off Inside of Dark, which from what little they shown was cool. I want to see more.
From the people who made Limbo. So
yeah,
that's okay. I guess.
I want to see more.
They showed a montage of a bunch of different games.
God, so
which
many
had
good games.
Cuphead, which I want to play. That looks like fun. They showed off Slime Rancher. One of my roommates played that on PC. It looked like a lot of fun, so it's interesting. Outlast 2, I don't care.
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley, it's been on my Steam wish list, so I'll probably play it. The Culling, I don't know
oh my God, Bloodstained.
anything about that.
Bloodstained, I can't wait for this game.
Yeah, that's the one from the people who made Castlevania.
The guy, specifically the director of Symphony of the Night,
yeah.
which is the best Castlevania game, and always will be because Konami sucks.
What is a man?
Oh, miserable little pile of seat. Anyway.
Ukulele!
Yeah.
Which, we talked about on the last podcast, we're excited for. Ark, which is like that dinosaur evolution game
Minecraft
thing.
meets Jurassic World.
Yeah. It looks okay.
I've seen some of my friends have been playing it on like the early access thing they have on Xbox One.
Yeah.
And they love it. And it's supposed to be Play Anywhere compatible too.
Yeah. And then we got a gameplay demo of We Happy Few.
This game, I'm ecstatic. Like,
yeah, so
genuinely ecstatic.
It looks
for this
really
game.
like I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. Like I want to play this right now.
Yeah.
So what it is it's sort of got like this. It's a lot of people compared it to BioShock in the way that it tells its story.
It has that feel.
It has a sort of BioShock feel to it. It's about you play this character who's in a society where everybody's forced to take this drug called Happy, which basically just keeps them in a permanently happy state.
Yeah.
It also has a few effects on you where it causes you to see things very differently. So you don't take your happy drug.
The pill was called Joy.
Yeah, the pill's called Joy, and you don't take your Joy, and you start to see things for what they really are. For example, there's a birthday party in your office, and everybody goes to eat some cake, and it turns out it was a rat.
No, it was a piñata.
Oh,
the kids were beating up a piñata.
Yeah, they beat up a piñata, and they go to get the candy out of it. And it turns out it was a rat.
That was...
Yeah, but they figure out that you're not taking your joy, and you...
And my favorite thing is
the
one of the NPCs was like, "We got a downer!"
yeah, they call you a downer. And it's just... Oh my god, it's weird. And it's weird and morbid and interesting, and it's, very much... Brave New World kind of sort of thing going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm interested. I think it sounds kind of cool. Can't wait to see more.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it.
Yeah. One game that I don't look forward to playing, though, is Gwent, the new standalone game based off of the card minigame from Witcher 3. It's another Hearthstone. I don't care.
I don't know anything about it, really, so I can't.
It's another card game.
Yeah.
I don't really care. But one thing that you probably care about...
Sorry,
Tekken 7!
I was not looking at my notes then. Yeah,
I'm looking at the
they
notes.
showed some Tekken 7 gameplay. That was really cool.
It looks like the best Street Fighter game in a while.
Oh my god. How dare you, sir?
There's no Akuma in Street Fighter 5 last I checked.
Not yet.
Akuma's my favorite.
But yeah, Akuma's in Tekken 7, in case you guys don't know. We already knew this, but Microsoft was like, "Hey, Akuma, eh?"
Like, at first we were, wondering, is this Tekken 7 or is this Tekken Cross Street Fighter?
I was hoping to God it'd be Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but I should have known better.
And that game's never happening.
Yeah. I wish
it looks pretty.
Yeah, it's true. You're right. Yeah.
And another game that looks really pretty is Dead Rising 4.
Oh my god, we're going to talk about this for a little while.
Frank is back.
Frank is back.
Back again.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Frank is back.
I need to upgrade my attire. I need to get the military jacket he's wearing now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Dead Rising 4. I'm not the biggest fan of Dead Rising. I enjoy going around murdering zombies in crazy ways as much as the next guy though.
Right.
So I look forward to that. It has a Christmas theme to it.
Yeah.
It's placed around Christmas, so.
It's also set in Willamette again.
Yeah. Have a holly jolly massacre. It's a great time of the year.
The end of the trailer says, "Let the sleigh ride begin." Yes, I love it.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to upgrade to an Xbox One now.
Oh yeah, I have a list of games I need to buy already. So.
And I noticed in your notes, it has it's definitely a more lighter, laid back tone than Dead Rising 3. Because Dead Rising 3 was trying to be more grittier and dark,
right?
Which is not Dead Rising the least bit. This looks like it's going to have a more comical tone, which I enjoy. Because Dead Rising has its serious moments, but
not really.
It has a few serious sorts.
No, it doesn't.
I have to give my daughter her medicine or she's going to turn into a fucking zombie.
Have you let her turn into a fucking zombie?
No, because I love my daughter.
The game is so much better.
But it has a lighter tone.
It's a much lighter tone.
It's going to have to play anywhere, so you can play on Xbox One and Windows 10.
Swear to God. Capcom, give me Dead Rising 1 HD.
He wants this so bad, guys.
You've no idea.
Give us Dead Rising 1. Give us Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop.
That'd be cool.
Imagine
a Kinect game.
Ooh, that'd be weird.
That'd be interesting.
But it'd be weird, but it'd be interesting. But yeah, more Dead Rising. Next? Then we heard about Scalebound.
Scalebound, yeah.
Monster Hunter for Xbox.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like instead of like the cats that you get in Monster Hunter, you get like a fucking dragon, which is cool.
Yeah,
I'm very for it.
It looks interesting. And then there was Sea of Pirates, the new game from the cold rotting remains of Rare.
Sea of Pirates?
Sea of Thieves. Yar, it be a pirate game.
Sea of Thieves was actually, like, the way they presented it was really cool to me because they actually brought people, like, and by that I mean the other, like, gameplay stuff they showed, they had people on screen and they were, like, yelling at each other and it was very scripted and it felt very forced. But you could tell, like, this one it wasn't. That these people, like, they just walked up and played a game.
They actually were playing the game that they showed them playing, which is cool. They didn't pull an Ubisoft on us.
You get to play as a pirate. I mean, that's cool.
Pirate MMO, fun. And once again, not an exclusive because it's on Windows 10 as well. State of Decay 2. I don't even remember this game.
I went to the bathroom during this part, so I don't really remember anything.
We didn't really care enough about it to really write any notes. It showed up. If you cared about the first one, you probably care about the sequel.
Yeah.
Can we move on? Alright, great. So, Halo Wars 2. It's an RTS. Because Halo Wars...
I'm really excited for Halo Wars 2. When they first announced the original, I was like, what is this? RTS game. It's Halo themed. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't see a whole lot of RTS games nowadays, really.
StarCraft. That's about it.
It's pretty much StarCraft, and that's it. So it's interesting to see it. I don't really care, but I'm sure somebody... Oh, yeah, I know somebody does.
I do.
It's Play Anywhere, so you can get it on Xbox One and on PC. So yeah. And then they talked about the controllers, but we already talked about that. And then they ended the conference with Project Scorpio. A brand new
been more vague
console. So basically, it's sort of their answer to the upgraded PlayStation 4.
That we didn't hear anything about?
Yeah, we didn't really... Well, they confirmed it, but that was about it. It's basically their answer. So, it's supposed to be compatible with every Xbox One game.
Which I don't know if it's actually going to be a new system or if it's like this was something Jared had talked about a lot. Whether or not it was a new system or not, and either way,
it sounded like it's sort of like a stopgap.
Yeah,
like it's like an upgraded Xbox One, but they're still going to have sort of the Xbox One moniker to it. Like, so it's going to basically be an Xbox One that does everything an Xbox One can do and more. All the games that are going to come out on it, are going to be compatible with the Xbox One.
Right. But
So
here's the thing that bothers me about it, though. Is if it is just another Xbox One, why even worry about this Xbox One S? Like, why do we need it? If Project Scorpio's going to come and it's supposed to have, like, 14 teraflops and blah, 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 blah. I don't even know.
look at all my teraflops, guys. Aren't they so cool?
I don't even know what that means.
It means it's awesome. Duh. No, but it's going to be able to do 4K gaming because the Xbox One S can play 4K video. So, like, your Netflix will be in 4K. But it cannot play 4K games.
Do we even have 4K games at this moment? I mean,
on PC we do, but
whatever.
But like, they had a lot of developers talking about it, saying like, "Oh, this shit's fucking amazing." Like they had like Todd Howard, the guy from Bethesda, talking about it in like relation to like Fallout 4, I think.
Right.
So it's going to be a more powerful system, and it's going to do VR, because VR is the big thing right now.
Yeah.
And no one gets left behind because all the games will work on Xbox One.
Yeah, but...
So like, Fallout 4.5 comes out. I don't fucking know.
Fallout 4.5.
And you can play it in 4K on Project Scorpio, or you can play it in 1080 on your Xbox One.
It's just like, okay, I don't know, man. Like, I hate it so much that we're putting such an emphasis on looks. Like, I don't know, it's... I don't know how to put it into words. My brain is stupid.
You're having a brain fart.
Yeah, I grew up in, the early 90s era of gaming, with... Like, the first game I remember playing is Gunstar Heroes for the Sega Genesis. It looks decent. Like, games didn't focus on looks until, like, Final Fantasy VII. No, hear me out on this. Half of the reason 7 is better...
I'm giving him a look, by the way.
Half of the reason 7 is quote-unquote better than 6 is because it has superior graphics.
Oh my god, look at these graphics!
I understand you look at it now and you go, this polygon is shit. But back in the day...
Well, no, like, I'm thinking about it and like, well, there were games on Super Nintendo that focused on graphics a whole lot. And I thought of Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Like, that is arguably the most beautiful looking game of that console generation.
I would argue Chrono, but...
No, I think it looks better than Chrono Trigger. I honestly do. Let's agree to disagree on that.
Sure.
The amazing thing is that I haven't actually even played Final Fantasy VI, but I've played Chrono Trigger. But yeah.
But 7 is where they started to focus on it, I think. Because that was like the main selling point for that game. Granted, it's still a good game. It's still got a really decent story to me.
Yeah.
I will always like 7 more than 6 because I played it first. And Sephiroth is way cooler than Kefka. Fight me.
I mean, Sephiroth, goes and murders an entire village. I mean, what the fuck does Kefka do? Oh.
He poisons an entire town.
Oh.
But, yeah.
He blew up the world.
Yeah, he pretty much...
And then became God.
Kefka is scarier in, like, the thought process than Sephiroth, but Sephiroth is so much cooler.
Sephiroth is this dude who will impale you a mile away because the sword's so fucking long.
Sephiroth makes me...
Kefka's a fucking clown. So.
Sephiroth makes me want to let the meteor hit Gaia. I don't even care. Sephiroth is awesome. Fuck Kefka. He's a fucking clown.
Kefka is... Like, can be...
It's fucking Ronald McDonald.
I think he's intimidating. I think he can be intimidating in Final Fantasy VI, but if you see him in anything else, he's not. Dissidia, dear God, the least intimidating thing in the world. Just so ridiculous. Like, we get it, you're a fucking clown. But yeah. I
mean, games aren't... to me, I'm gonna say it this way. To me, games will never be about graphics. You can give me a game with a blue square. As long as it plays good, I'll play it.
His favorite game in the world is the Impossible game.
Does it have a blue square?
No, it has a red square, actually.
Oh, well, I was close. I picked the wrong color. But yeah...
the background is blue, though, so...
Video games are about the experience, more than anything. And we've lost that focus somewhere. I just want the old school back. I think that's why I like indies more than anything. Is because that's what they focus on. Granted, they're all beautiful. Well, the indie darlings are beautiful.
Shantae.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight.
Dante, Shovel Knight, Ukulele, Undertale, the Freedom Planet. The list goes on. Cuphead looks amazing. Holy God, Cuphead looks awesome.
Cuphead is one of the games that makes me want to get an Xbox One legitimately. That game was amazing. So good. But yeah, Microsoft, what did you think as a whole?
I loved their presentation. I've heard so much negative on it. But I really enjoyed Microsoft's presentation. I love a lot of the games that are coming out. I already planned on buying this system soon. Mm-hmm. You just gave me more reason to. Fucking Dead Rising 4, man.
Dude, fucking Recore.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't talking a whole lot about Recore, but I'm interested. I'm legitimately interested. I want to play Recore. So add that on there. But my favorite game they showed off was We Happy Few.
Yeah.
That
it looks
that
really
game just
talk about indie darlings.
So interesting. It looks great. And I'm interested to see. I want to see more gameplay because I want to know if it's just a walking simulator. Because if it's just
I kind of don't want to see more.
Well, I just want to know how the game plays. Is it going to be? Because I know it's first person, but is it a walking simulator?
But I think it'll have
shooting, platforming, puzzle.
I almost think that We Happy Few will have like that Undertale thing, where like if you know anything about Undertale before you play Undertale, the experience is kind of dead.
But like but somebody can tell you, oh, Undertale, it's an RPG, but
sure.
The battles are like a bullet hell shooter.
Well, the thing about Undertale, it's like the first thing that almost anybody that fully loves Undertale and knows like the background where it came from, Earthbound.
Yeah.
It feels like Earthbound with a bullet hell fighting mechanic, which is so cool. I've never seen that in an RPG before.
Yeah, but if I heard like a description like that, like, oh, it's like BioShock meets Tetris, I don't know. Because we don't know how it plays. We don't know how it plays.
So it's a walking simulator, but you have to avoid blocks as you're... And you get like Booker DeWitt's little grapple thing.
No. You're the downer, and then all the happy people are falling down like the blocks. You're waiting for one person to come by who's just standing up straight so that you can destroy a line.
That's funny.
Let's move on.
So Ubisoft.
Let's move on to Fabulous Dancing!
Yeah, Ubisoft started off their conference with a Dance Central 2017 presentation.
And by presentation, we mean they had a bunch of people dressed up in weird costumes come on stage and dance to Queen.
That's Dance Central. That's Dance Central.
Yeah,
that's just how their thing is. I'm
just glad they got it out of the way at the beginning.
I was hyped for Queen music, and actually I've heard that a lot. Jared specifically is just like I know it's the thing they have to talk about. I'm just really glad they did it first.
Yeah, I wish EA would have done that.
Yeah, that'd have been nice.
Yeah. But Dance Central, it is the second game announced for the Nintendo NX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
The first one is Zelda, and the second one is Dance Central 2017.
But I mean, I don't know if you follow Dance Central at all. Thanks to me working at the electronics section of Walmart, I kind of know these things. Dance Central 2016 introduced like a mode where you can like play.
Yeah, play with your phone.
Yeah, you play with your phone. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. It's a cool thing. They're doing unique stuff with Dance Central. I don't dance.
It's not a game for me. I haven't cared about a dancing game pretty much at all.
Speaking of games that aren't for me,
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Man, when they first introduced this game last year, I was like, "This looks interesting. I'm interested. Cool." They showed us gameplay this year.
I mean, I don't even know how to feel about it. It's just like open world, third person action game.
I think part of the problem with Ghost Recon Wildlands to me was the way they presented it. With their 4 people playing on the screen at the same time, and it's just so cool. And they were all it was very scripted. Yeah. Like
it's like the Rainbow Six Siege presentation.
Yeah. They were like, "Oh, I got a tango over here." Nobody says that. No one.
Unless we're gonna play a co-op game, I'm gonna say that now.
I know one person in all of my life that plays video games that would call somebody a tango, and that's because he's ex
Marine or
military
person, right?
Yeah, he's part of military things. It was underwhelming. Yeah. It reminded me a lot of like Uncharted 4, but 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
And just like by Uncharted 4, I mean, I remember like the stuff they showed us at E3 last year of Uncharted 4, and it was very similar. Like the
so what you're saying is that they started up the demo and they couldn't move.
I didn't see the demo.
The demo for Uncharted 4 last year, it starts up, and it it gets to the point where like you're supposed to start playing, and it just stood there. They couldn't move. They had to restart the demo. It was really funny. But yeah, Ghost Recon Wildlands, I'm not super interested in it. However, they decided that immediately after the dark, gritty military game, we're going to show another dark, gritty military game, right? Right?
Nope.
Nope! they started it off, and it looks like it's going to be like this dark, gritty, like, purge thing. No, it was South Park, the fractured butthole.
I want to emphasize, it's not like butthole like your butt. It's fractured butt hole.
Like BUTWHOL.
Which is very cool. I actually like to play on words.
Yeah. Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park, came out with some development guy.
And they didn't sound scripted either. I don't think they ever are.
Yeah.
I think that's just how Trey and Matt work, is they just talk.
They just talk. And it was really nice getting to see more of the game because it got announced last year and we got a trailer. And you didn't play Stick of Truth, right?
I have not played Stick of Truth.
I'm
interested in it now.
I got it on a Steam sale. It could actually probably run on your computer, but don't buy it because if you pre-order, I believe South Park: The Fractured Butthole, you get. I can't say that without snickering.
The Fractured Butthole.
But if you pre-order it, you get a free copy of South Park: The Stick of Truth, which is great.
Yeah, it's supposed to come like HD or like almost remaster.
Yeah, for PS4 and Xbox One, and not a remaster if you get it on PC, obviously. But that's great for people who didn't get to play it. It's a really
people that didn't play it because they're not really a fan of South Park like me,
or not a fan of RPGs. Which even if you're not a fan of RPGs, I highly recommend this game because it's a very light RPG. It's not that hard to get into. It's a lot of fun. And the Fractured Butthole, they changed up the gameplay a little bit. They're adding
it's like a grid system.
It's like this grid system.
We can't talk about this game without laughing because of the name.
It's like this grid system, so like you can move around the battlefield, and that determines who can hit you and stuff like that. And
I've heard that was a big issue with the first game, is that the battle mechanics weren't solid.
The battle mechanics were just really simplistic.
They're just very bland.
Which I'm interested. I liked how simple it was actually because that just made it really easy to sit down and play it.
I got you.
And I feel like they're making it a little more complex, but not way more complex.
I think they've got a good balance on it. I really do.
Yeah. It sounds really interesting. So if you're a South Park fan, definitely check it out.
Or even if you're not, and you like RPGs, the whole game's supposed to be like
superhero themed.
Yeah. They showed this. I guess it was like the opening of the game, and Cartman is trying to talk to like all the other. I don't know the kids in South Park.
So basically, Cartman and friends, the main characters from the show, basically started up this superhero game, and you're playing the main character from the first game, Dovahkiin Dragonborn. Mm-hmm. Legitimately, that is what he's called. Anyways, they're making fun of like Skyrim. And like fantasy games and movies, but like the whole first game was like fantasy themed, and this one's superhero themed. So you show up and you're still in your fantasy themed outfit, and Cartman won't let you join in with them because you're not a superhero.
Right.
There's going to be like 12 different superhero classes, I think.
Yeah.
They showed off like three.
Yeah.
And there was what was it? It was
the only one I remember was Speedster.
There was there was Speedster, there was Blaster, so like I-beams, like Cyclops, and then I think the first one's probably like Super Strength or something like that.
But what I was going to mention is that this like cinematic that they do, where Cartman's like, "No, you can't be a part of our group because you're not a freaking superhero." They're like, they had it all like etched on a big blackboard in the background.
Yeah.
They're like,
they actually point that out in like
their movie franchise.
Yeah, they showed that's the whole plot and how they become fractured but whole.
We can't.
Fuck no.
We just can't do it.
Oh yeah. But basically, they decided that they're going to start a movie franchise just like Marvel.
Yeah.
And they get into a dispute over like whose movie comes when.
They're going to become millionaires.
So like Mysterio is like he has to have a Netflix series, and then gets to join up in like one of the movies as a side character, and he's wondering why he doesn't get his own movie. And then the black character doesn't get his own movie until like the third phase.
Yeah.
And someone's like, well, Marvel's doing it with Black Panther, and Carmen's like, yeah, but they waited like however many fucking years to make that. It's just, oh god, it's great.
There's like jabs all around in the Marvel universe and DC. It looks very fandom.
The one group like breaks off from Cartman's group, and they go away, and he calls them DC. It's just really funny. So I'm definitely gonna get it.
I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah. And like I said, it comes with the Stick of Truth, which I'm imagining won't be necessary to be able to play this game, but it's good to play.
I mean, I think there'll be like undertones where like if you played the Stick of Truth,
like references. And stuff.
If you played the Stick of Truth, it'll make the game better.
Like I played the Stick of Truth and I knew exactly where they were going. So there's a sequence where Cartman's telling your backstory, your super tragic superhero backstory. So basically, you wake up one morning in the middle of the night and you hear this noise, and then you hear your mom scream, and you rush out of your room to go see what's wrong. I love
that the backstory Cartman's trying to tell you is completely playable.
Yeah.
So you can just dick around. And he's like, you left your room, and he like went to the window. Like, you left your room.
He like plays like the piano.
Yeah.
Leave your fucking room. It's like that's where he goes out. You run down the hallway and you open the door to your parents' room, and what you see traumatized you for the rest of your life. You saw your dad fuck your mom. It's just so funny because Cartman doesn't fucking understand, and Kyle tries to explain it like, my dad fucked my mom, all our dads fucked our moms, that's why we're even here. And Cartman's like, stop trying to steal douchebag's backstory, because that's what he calls you. He calls you douchebag.
So stupid. But yeah, there's that. The fractured butthole, everybody.
Yeah.
Fractured butthole. Alright, moving on.
So then we went on to Fabulous VR.
Yay, more VR!
They showed off this eagle game where like you're an eagle and you fight other eagles.
It was like they played a capture the flag game, and I don't care.
It looks like it would be really disorienting.
I think it would be really cool if it went VR.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, and then they showed off Star Trek Bridge Commander, which they played with a bunch of actors from Star Trek.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, like they actually, I think they actually brought one of them onto the stage. Yeah. It was the guy who plays Geordi in The Next Generation. Yeah. I thought the game looked cool. I would play it if it was in VR.
Same.
Because I've actually played like interactive like Starship experiences, and those were really cool. So it'd be really cool to play this game with like some of my friends who like Star Trek, except none of us will play it because it's VR.
Yeah.
They showed off For Honor, which a lot of people were super excited about. I don't care about it.
I was like, I guess like if I knew exactly what it was, like
it's like medieval combat.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to have like a really deep combat.
They apparently announced it like last year, but didn't show anything. Like,
no, they showed gameplay last year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, there's an entire Game Lab episode based off of it.
Oh, okay.
That episode of Game Lab's not out yet, though.
Yeah, but I don't know. It looks cool. I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I mean, the combat system's fun. A lot of people are interested. They showed off samurais. They're gonna have samurai in the game.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but yeah, we just don't care.
There's so many games coming out. Like, I don't care about so
many games
much.
coming out. I really want another dark, gritty game.
No, not really.
And so, of course, the next game they show off is the farthest thing from Dark and Gritty. So, basically, they have, like, on their screen, on their stage, flames, and it's like this wrestling, almost, like, voice comes on.
It's so
funny. And these developers for this game run out, and they've got zebra print, like, pink jumpsuits on.
Specifically, it was the design, not the designers, but the producers, so, like, ahead of Trials Fusion and Far Cry 3.
Yeah. And basically,
they're all like in wrestling outfits.
Yeah. And they come out and they announce the most 90s thing possible. Literally, it starts off with a commercial for like these toys that seem super 90s, and these toys are apparently characters in this game. Trials of the Blood Dragon. Literally, we were watching this and I realized, oh, this is Trials. And this reminds me so much of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I'm like, guys, it's Trials Blood Dragon. And then at the end of the trailer, say the name, and I'm like, fucking called it. So for those who don't know, Trials Fusion is a 2D BMX game. You basically play a guy who's riding a BMX bike. And
you go through a stage.
Yeah, you go through a stage, and there's a bunch of obstacles and stuff. Sounds really mundane. It's actually really fun.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. And basically, this is just taking the 90s craziness aesthetic of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon and throwing that into Trials Fusion. It looks really cool.
It's out now, actually.
It looks like a lot of fun.
If I had $20.
Yeah.
Or space on my Xbox One.
And then the next game they talked about was not a game.
They teased some Assassin's Creed stuff. They were like, we're not doing any Assassin's Creed games, but we're going to show you the movie.
I literally do not care. They showed some behind the scenes. That was cool, I guess.
It doesn't look bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Well, actually, no, it does look bad. No, it looks like it's going to be a piece of shit. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be good. I think it looks horrible. I do not want to play this game. I do not want to watch this movie. I will not be paying money to go see this movie because I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be horrible. I just do not see it being good. Ever since that first trailer dropped. Because, like, Michael Fassbender, I like him as an actor, but when reports are saying that 70% of the movie takes place in the present-day time period instead of the actual historic time period, the time period that anyone who has played Assassin's Creed cares about. Because, let's be honest, who the fuck cares about Desmond? Nobody cares about Desmond. Nobody gave a fuck about Desmond, so...
Until he died.
And everyone's like,
where's Desmond, guys?
The modern story in Assassin's Creed has never been anywhere as close to being as interesting as the historical story in Assassin's Creed.
I actually disagree there for a second. Between...
Desmond, you gotta stab your back in 2012.
Fuck Desmond. I'm not talking about Desmond. I don't know, Black Flag and the new one that I haven't played yet. Like, while you're out of the Animus, all of, like, the storyline that's going on, I hope they do something with that. I hope there's a meaning to it all. Because I think it'd be really cool if they actually did something really cool and then did, like, a modern-day Assassin's Creed. That would be cool to me.
Meh.
And then they end the series and never touch it again. But God knows that's not happening.
Because it just prints money.
It printed money at one point in time, that's for sure.
Yeah, but now what's printing money, hopefully, for Ubisoft, is Watch Dogs. And we gotta look at the gameplay for Watch Dogs 2. So... a lot of people were hyped for the first game, and it didn't necessarily meet a lot of people's expectations.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It was a really good idea.
Yeah, I wasn't too hyped by it, but I was like, okay, well, I'll get the Wii U version when this comes out because I had a Wii U at the time. Except they delayed that for so long that by the time it came out, my hype was dead. I didn't care about it. However, Watch Dogs 2, I can actually play it when it comes out because I have a PS4 now. First off, color. There's color in this game. Like, it's not just gray and bland. There's color because it takes place in San Francisco?
San Francisco.
Yeah. And it has the appropriate amount of color that you'd expect from San Francisco. It looks gorgeous.
To be fair, they were in, like, what, Chicago the first time?
I don't know. It was in some city.
Pretty sure it was Chicago.
But it's gray.
Chi-town.
And boring, and I don't care. But this one looks visually interesting. So you've got my attention. They had like that one dude with like the mask, and it had like emojis come up.
I don't remember his name, but he was cool.
I called him because the game has co-op, and if you buy that, I will buy it, and we will play co-op.
We will totally play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like fun. You can use drones now.
Yeah.
Like flying drones and like little like RC controlled little things with cameras on it. And you can use those to like scout out areas and like hack things. They showed off a stealth mission pretty much.
Yeah.
Where like you're infiltrating this apartment. It looks interesting.
I always said, like, after playing through the first Watch Dogs, I was like, oh, man, a sequel's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a sequel, and now we're getting it.
Yeah.
It's coming at the end of the year. I mean, I'm really, really excited. I think they also hinted at a movie.
I think they
like
said
they're
that,
already banking on Assassin's Creed selling out.
I think they said something along the lines of like they're starting pre-production on a movie, maybe. Honestly, I don't. I said this when we were on Skype talking about the conference that it's going to be Black Hat again, where it's going to be this movie that's about hacking but doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about, and then the people who know anything about hacking are going to hate it. Anyone who doesn't know about hacking is not going to care. And fans of Watch Dogs. Honestly, who wants a Watch Dogs movie? I don't know. Like, oh yeah,
it'll be better than an Assassin's Creed movie.
I get to see this dude's iconic hat in live action.
But what I'm interested in is what type of like scenes they could do. Like, because there's cool moments in Watch Dogs.
Yeah, there's cool moments, but
and the story's really interesting.
I don't know. To me, it could turn out to be.
It could not suck. Yeah. That's how they ended. No, they didn't. They showed off a new IP.
Yeah. They showed off a brand new IP.
Smack my head.
Yeah, so they come out on stage and they're talking about this brand new IP that's out, that they're coming out with. And, guys, it's brand new, totally original IP. And it's called SSX. I mean, it's called Steep.
XSX Steep.
So basically, it's a snowboarding game.
New IP. I don't care.
I do, because I actually really liked the last SSX game that came out, and because EA owns that, we'll never see another one until they decide that, oh hey, Ubisoft made money. Let's make money ourselves.
So if you like SSX,
so many frames right now. By the way,
the moral of the story, guys, is if you like SSX. Buy Steep and show EA that these games can sell.
Yeah, because it's snowboarding and it's like gliding through the air, like wingsuits and stuff. Mm-hmm. Basically action sports, snow-themed action sports, and those are fun games. I like them, and I feel like EA could definitely make a new SSX. But until then, Steep is probably going to be the next best thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, that's that
was Ubisoft.
Yeah, that was our thoughts on cringy soft.
Subpar. I mean,
it was okay.
It wasn't presented well. That was my main thing. It wasn't presented very
well.
That
woman who presented it, bless her soul.
Shannara, you're still in the chat.
Train.
Give me her now. Ass Train.
So basically, she was wearing this shirt with like an Atari controller on it.
It said classically trained on it.
But her blazer covered it up, and it looked like Ass Train.
It's Aisha Taylor. Yeah. Isn't that her?
Yeah, I think that's her. And bless her heart, she's trying.
She's trying.
Yeah, and she looks like, you can tell like she's interested, but
does she even play games?
I think she does. Like she's trying to make it interesting, and she did a decent enough job. But it's just bless her heart, like she could just not be cringy. Yeah. Every joke that came out of her mouth was like the most cringiest thing in the world, and just. Ugh.
Like I said, like when they showed off Wildlands, it was just like it was so forced. It was just like it wasn't presented well.
Yeah, my favorite part of the entire my favorite presentation of that entire conference
easily Watch Dogs
was South Park. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Like as far as like somebody talking about the game.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
South Park, because they knew what they were talking about. They didn't make any they made stupid jokes, but they didn't make any cringy jokes. It was good, and I enjoyed it.
I'm most excited for Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I'm most excited for the new South Park. I think Watch Dogs 2 looks really cool, and I'm interested to see more about Steep.
Yeah.
And then that night we got the best one, in my opinion, PlayStation.
Yeah.
So basically, it was 1 hour.
It was just trailer after trailer after trailer. I'm not trying to make that sound bad. It was cool.
Yeah, just an hour of gameplay, pretty much. Like, they had like someone come out on stage like 2 or 3 times. That was about it. Mm-hmm. And it was all PS4 games because the Vita is dead. They had a live orchestra there too. The first game they showed off, it looked like it was going to be a new IP. I was like, oh well, this is cool. Okay, some kid. No. So it's like this snowy forest, and you got this kid, and he runs into his house, and his dad's in there, has a really deep, gruff voice. I'm like, huh, what is this? Because it'd been a while since I played the last game in the series. Dude steps out of the shadows, and it's Kratos. It's like an older Kratos, rocking a sweet beard, by the way.
I'm gonna try to stay unpessimistic about this.
So we're not quite sure whether or not this is a reboot or a true sequel to.
Because it's like,
because the title they gave was just God of War.
Yeah.
And now I haven't played the third one really, so I don't know how the series ended. But I'd be very interested to see if this is actually a sequel.
The biggest reason, like, I kind of think it's a reboot, strictly because we're not in Greece anymore.
We're not in Greece anymore.
It's very Norse.
Yeah, we're going more into the Norse mythology, which is cool, because we get to fight fucking dragons. And the gameplay actually looks different. Yeah, it's more of a third-person perspective. Like, imagine sort of the camera from, like, Uncharted.
Yeah,
and that's sort of
maybe now it won't be press square to win. I would be interested in God of War if it wasn't press square to win.
But it looks interesting. I'm excited for it.
It also looks like a Kratos Teacher 2017. They'd spent like 10 minutes in this gameplay trailer, and granted, it all looked really cool.
Yeah.
Basically, as cool as God of War could be to me.
Yeah, like he's trying to basically teach his son how to be a man.
Yeah, he's teaching him how to hunt, specifically
how to hunt.
In this trailer gameplay thing they showed.
They're hunting like some mystical deer that has like ice antlers, so it looked cool. I'm excited. Then the next game they showed off, we thought was a sequel to The Last of Us.
I was so happy I was wrong. I was like, I've said it to my friends, and I'll say it now on the podcast for everybody. A sequel for The Last of Us 2 is the worst possible thing Naughty Dog can make. I'll say it whenever you want me to. Fight me. I'm gonna regret saying that one of these days. But it starts out. It's like this very zombie survivalist land.
Well,
and
when the trailer first started, we didn't even know it was zombies. We just knew it was apocalypse, like post-apocalyptic, and it looked really cool. It's from Bend Studios, and if you don't know who they are, they're the people who made. I'm blanking on the name now. Uncharted Golden Abyss on the Vita. Which was an alright game. So I'm excited to see them actually...
For the Vita.
Well, for the Vita, it was fucking amazing. As an Uncharted game, it's alright. It's probably better than the first one, but not as good as the second one. I liked it. This game looked really cool. I was like, oh, cool. Post-apocalyptic without zombies.
Yeah.
And then we got fucking zombies.
I mean, I'm still okay with it.
Yeah. It looked alright. And they showed off a trailer here, and then at the end of the conference they showed off gameplay. The gameplay looked cool.
The gameplay looks good.
So many zombies on screen. It's insane.
If you guys remember Left 4 Dead, imagine that many zombies without all the choppiness.
Yeah.
It was fluid.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I heard any complaints about on that was the sound design. I saw someone complaining about how the gun sounded a little eh.
But we're still in I won't say pre-production, but we're still in production here.
Yeah.
The
that
game's not out yet.
Yeah. In fact, the only games that are coming out this year that they showed off at the conference were the next game, The Last Guardian, which is coming out on the 25th of 2016.
The 25th of
25th
October.
of October this year in 2016.
We got 4 months.
I think that's the only exclusive coming out this year that they talked about, because there's Final Fantasy 15, Lego Star Wars, but I think that's the only exclusive coming out this year that they talked about.
But they showed more stuff for The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Which is, if you guys don't know, is the third game in the series for Ico Shadow of the Colossus.
It's not really a series, but basically from the developers of Ico or Ico.
I kind of
and Shadow of the Colossus, one of the best games on the PS2. It's from them, and this game's been in production for so damn long.
Yeah, it's been about a decade.
It was going to be on the PS3, and then they're like, no, let's put it on the PS4 because we're taking that fucking long. It looks alright. I'm not super into it. I want to hear more about it.
I'll probably play it.
Yeah,
I love Shadow Colossus. I have not gotten around to playing Ico yet.
Yeah.
I consider it a series like the Edgar Wright Simon Pegg trilogy.
Yeah.
Of movies, you know,
they don't really have anything.
They have nothing to do with each other, but they're along the same lines.
Yeah. The next game we saw was from Quantic Dream.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, sorry, I skipped one.
I was like, what?
I don't know how I skipped it. Horizon Zero Dawn, which is coming out in early 2017.
It's like futuristic Jurassic hunting robo dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's like
it's cool.
Yeah, basically you're this girl and you get to go around hunting robot monsters and dinosaurs, and it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I want to play it so bad.
Yeah, I think that'll be probably the deciding factor for me. It looks really cool. I'm saying it again, looks really cool. But again, looks aren't everything. I want to know how it plays.
Yeah. I
want to make sure it plays well before I buy it. I miss Jam Pack, man. I don't know if you remember Jam Pack.
I don't.
Jam Pack was like I think they had a magazine, and like they would give you a disc with every magazine that would give you like demos of all the games coming out that month.
Yeah, PlayStation Official Magazine did that.
That was cool back in the day.
But then after we saw Horizon Zero Dawn, we saw probably the most interesting new game, in my opinion, at least.
I love Quantic Dream.
That was showing off. It's from Quantic Dream, and it's called Detroit Become Human. You play as a cyborg. Well, no, you play as a robot.
Yeah, it's like an android detective.
Yeah,
guy.
And basically, it's supposed to be one of those, one of those games where your decisions will change how the story unfolds. Except
it's a Quantic Dream game.
Actually, fucking do that. Unlike all those Telltale games, which say they'll do that.
Yeah.
And
but it's a Quantic Dreams game. Yeah. If you played Heavy Rain, if you've played Beyond Two Souls,
you'll probably like it.
If you played Indigo Prophecy, it's made by the same guys.
Don't you mean Fahrenheit? God. Decide what your game is called and call it that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks interesting. I'm excited for it. PSVR. It's coming out. It's coming out in October. It's going to be $400.
But they did show us something really cool with PSVR that won't be exclusively VR. Thank you.
Oh God. Yeah. They showed off PT. I mean Resident Evil 7.
It might as well be PT.
Yeah.
Like if Capcom and Kojima got together, Jesus God, they could make the best fucking. You just add Del Toro to it, they make the best fucking horror game ever made. But they showed a Resident Evil 7 demo in VR.
Yeah.
Which no,
scary
not a
as
chance.
Shit.
Are you kidding me? I played the demo without VR, and it's scary as all hell.
Yeah.
He's
a little scaredy cat baby.
I am. That's true. You're right.
With cute little cheeks.
I swear to God, you say it again, I will kill you. I would jump this table.
But yeah, they showed off that. Like you said, the demo is available now.
So keep watching on the CWood Director channel, and he'll have a gameplay video up shortly.
God, I cannot handle scary games. You should have seen me during Alien Isolation. I freaked the fuck out. I woke up my roommates because I was playing it. Because I was playing it on like a Monday, and I didn't have class on Tuesday, and so like me and one of my friends, we were in my room and I was playing it, and the alien the alien shows up and kills someone and goes away, and then I'm basically I'm crouched and I'm just slowly walking to this train to get away, and I go look back, okay, he's not there. Keep going, look back. Okay, not there. I get in the train, look back. He's right there at the doors. And I shouted as loud as I've ever shouted in a game.
Cuddles was right there.
I yelled, and oh my God, I was like, I had to apologize to my roommates. I felt so bad.
I remember getting pissed off from Alien Isolation.
I never finished it.
That was another game that I was working at GameStop at the time.
Yeah.
And me and my best friend, Mogi, we were playing it on the 360 version because I didn't have a next-gen console. And I think there's something wrong with the AI on the 360 version. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there is. Because I was in, the darkest room, hiding in a locker, not making any noise. I put down the controller, so I could not have been making any noise. Fucking Cuddles from across the room, alerted and ran to me and killed me. My best friend sits under a table, not even fully under the table, mind you. He's like halfway under the table, maybe. Fully lit room. Cuddles walks right past him. I was so mad. I was like, fuck this game. I'm done. I'm done with this shit.
So some other games they showed off in VR. Apparently Star Wars Battlefront's getting an X-Wing mission.
I love that they had to call it Battlefront.
Yeah. Basically just VR X-Wing battle in space. So
hey,
looks cool.
We heard you guys. You guys wanted space battles in Battlefront. You got it, but it's coming to PSVR.
Fuck you guys. It showed off. They didn't really show it off, but they teased Arkham, Batman Arkham VR.
Fucking. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. We had gotten word that we were gonna hear something from Rocksteady. Fucking the greatest Batman games ever made. We were gonna hear about a new game from Rocksteady. Yes. I sit around for 3 fucking days watching E3 coverage, and what do I get from them? Batman Arkham VR.
They showed off Farpoint. It's a space exploration game. And it actually looks really, really good. And really interesting.
Just moving right on.
Maybe if it was in VR, I would play it, because like I said, I cannot play VR.
Yeah.
Just because my eyesight is that bad.
That sucks.
However, this is one of those few games that makes VR almost seem worth it to me. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I love exploration games. Games where we basically dropped in the world and you can go anywhere and see whatever you want. And it looks like it's a really interesting world to explore. Yeah. So that's one that I think we should keep an eye on, is Farpoint. And then Final Fantasy 15 has a mode where you can play in VR.
I almost guarantee you that's what the delays were for. I almost guarantee it.
I don't know, but
so Square announced a Final Fantasy 15 VR mode.
Yeah.
Which I don't think
you don't play as Noctis. You play as a different character.
I guarantee you it won't be the whole game either. I bet you it'll be like a small section of the game, like where Noct and Prompto, I think is his name.
Yeah.
That's the character you play in the VR mode.
That's the long guy, right?
Yeah.
That's a cloud-looking motherfucker, right?
Yeah, the cloud-looking motherfucker with the guns. Yeah, that's Prompto. But I think it'll be like there'll probably be a point in time in Final Fantasy 15 where you like Prompto splits from the rest of the group, and you'll be able to play like what happened, like extra story stuff, which is would be kind of cool. I'm just speculating, really. But I mean, whatever they give, I'm sure it'll look really pretty. I don't know if it'll play good. And, I don't know, $400 is a lot to drop for any of that, really.
Yeah. However, you won't have to drop $400 on the next game. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
You will have to drop $100 for...
if you want the actual good game.
Call of Duty 4 HD.
Yeah. They showed off gameplay. Physics don't look correct for space, but whatever.
I think, well, I mean, if you watched Ghost at all...
I don't care about Ghosts. Anyways, nah, it looked alright. It looks like Call of Duty. You'll get the map packs early on PS4.
I love the way they presented it. Yeah, map packs will be first on PS4. I cut CWood off, I'm sorry. But I love the way they presented it, because the way they presented it, it was like, oh, looks cool. This is a new game. Cool, this looks really interesting. What is it? Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Fuck!
he basically said, while we were watching it, I bet you if this was Call of Duty, not as many people would hate it. And I mean, in a sense, yeah, I think it gets some hate because it's Call of Duty and they're going into space.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty has never necessarily been a sci-fi, well, heavy sci-fi shooter. Yeah. In more recent years, it's leaned a lot more towards...
Advanced Warfare was kind of sci-fi.
Yeah, and Black Ops 2 and 3 were...
3 especially.
Yeah. But it's never been one that's gone so far as to go into fucking space. And ScrewAttack finally got it right by saying that it's basically trying to be Halo. Except Halo probably did it better. I don't know.
Right.
It's a Call of Duty game. It looks interesting at the very least. But all I care about is the Call of Duty 4 remastered. Because, honestly, that was one of the best Call of Duty games. And I think that's what
best Call of Duty game
I think that's what most
made.
people want to play. And charging $100 for a glorified, filter.
It's mainly to get it first.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because they're probably going to put it out on
they will. Are you kidding? This is Activision we're talking about.
Yeah. This is Activision. I mean, they're the company that decided that, hey, we're going to take one of the most popular 3D platforming characters of all time.
I didn't even mean for the segue, guys.
Then making a brand new game with him, we're going to put him into fucking Skylanders. Crash Bandicoot, everyone. Fuck Activision. No, fuck them. Okay, everyone who was a fan of Crash Bandicoot wanted a brand new Crash Bandicoot game this year.
I did.
And we're getting Crash games. We're getting remasters of the first one of the first three games,
which is cool.
Which, fine, whatever. You get that shit in HD. Maybe it will look as good as the Ratchet and Clank games. But I'm finding that highly unlikely. I'm imagining it's just going to be, very nice HD upscaling. That's all I'm hoping for. And Crash and Skylanders, it looks like fun. It looks like he would be a fun character to play in Skylanders. But this almost guarantees that we are not getting a new solo Crash game because the same fucking shit happened to Spyro. And you know what? I'm happy to see Spyro and Crash together in a game. That hasn't happened since the GBA, and when that happened in the GBA, it wasn't very good. But I would prefer it not to be in the Skylanders. The Skylanders game that has very little depth to it. And I'd rather have a fully dedicated Crash game because we haven't had one since Mind Over Mutant, and we haven't had a good one since debatably Twinsanity. We haven't had a good Crash game, guys, since at the most recent PS2. And I'm annoyed.
2004.
Yeah. I'm annoyed because I was hoping for a new Crash game. I love Crash Bandicoot, so many people do, and we were disappointed.
Well, I think there's like a silver lining here somewhere. Let me don't look at me like that. I mean, Activision knows that money talks. Call of Duty, point in case. So I think they're doing this remaster to see if a new Crash game will sell.
Yeah.
If you want a new Crash game, buy Crash HD.
Yeah. And I will
buy it twice.
I don't even own all the Crash games. At least all the PS1 Crash games.
I'll definitely be buying it.
So, yeah, I'm buying it.
I hope that the Crash Skylanders figure comes by himself. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
It looks like currently that he is a PS4 exclusive. So basically what it is you have to buy the PS4 version of Skylanders Imaginators to get it.
And he'll come with it. So.
Yeah. But you can play him on any version of the game. Yeah. So if you have the Wii U version of Skylanders Imaginators, Crash on Wii U.
That's cool. Man, that opens up so much. Fucking, I'm thinking about Drake and Quarter, Trailer Drake. His crossover series, this opens up so much.
Well, you know who you can use in Skylanders, right? Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, exactly. That connects not only Spyro but Crash to all of Nintendo.
Yeah,
and even more. I mean, because you got Dead or Alive with Samus.
Wait, she was in Dead or Alive?
She was in one of them, I think.
I know that.
She's in a fighting game.
But that connects it to Street Fighter because
the Blizzard games.
Yeah. Wait, Blizzard.
Yeah.
The Metroids show
Metroids are in StarCraft. Something game that Blizzard.
But that connects it to every Nintendo game and every game that's been in Smash Bros. Final Fantasy. Oh
my god. Holy shit!
Crash Bandicoot and Cloud crossover, guys.
The one world theory is just more and more getting proved.
But yeah,
it's crazy.
But yeah, I think the biggest travesty of this is how they announced it, though. Because
I would have liked to have seen more than they did.
Because their stage lights up, and it's this whole big Crash Bandicoot themed backdrop. Yeah. And the CEO of PlayStation comes walking up, and they have the shadow.
His shadow is Crash
Bandicoot.
Which was really cool.
The entire building just erupts in screams of happiness. Like, holy fucking shit, guys! Crash Bandicoot. They've been teasing it for years, and it's just a fucking HD remaster.
Again, I believe this is Activision going. I think this is stepping out on a limb for Activision, even.
I think the part that I think another thing that made me mad was they didn't even show any of it.
Yeah, I think
one theory was
that
they just got to go ahead from Activision to even do
it.
Because like Crash Bandicoot, if I remember correctly, just barely got into Uncharted 4. Because there's an Easter egg where you can play on Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted 4.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like one level. And the whole joke of the sequence is Nathan Drake is bad at video games. like he falls in the pit. He's like, well, how do I climb out of the pit? You don't. You're dead.
You don't. You're dead.
But
that's funny.
It's like someone needs to teach this guy how to climb out of pits. But nah. So the theory is that they just got to go ahead. I'll buy the game, but
I'm definitely buying the remaster.
Yeah, I'll buy the remaster, but I'm just upset that we're not getting a new game.
Not yet.
They showed off Lego Star Wars Force Awakens.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
It's Lego Star Wars. Pre-order, Tatooine, whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, like it looks like it's a fun Lego game. The Lego Star Wars games are usually fun.
I haven't been interested in a Lego game in a long time.
I heard Batman 2 was really good.
Yeah. No, I think Batman 2 might have been the last one I played.
Yeah, it was open world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought Batman 3 and I was like kind of disappointed because
that's not true. I played Marvel Lego with my nephew once.
The third Batman game actually has Kevin Smith as a character though, which is really cool.
It's funny.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. He's walking around with a hockey shirt on.
Yeah.
Because he's Kevin Smith.
And
he has a megaphone and it like shoots out sound waves that kill people. It's hilarious. But yeah, they showed off like a Star Wars, The Force Awakens. It looks alright.
But after that,
Kojima Productions.
The way Kojima came out was freaking awesome. By the way,
based far back on the stage and on the ground in front of him, they have these they have lights. It looks like tiles coming out to form a walkway for him.
Except Kojima like got ahead of it.
Yeah, but it was like Jesus, walking out, like Second Coming. Like that's the vibe they were going for.
The greatest part about it is Kojima walks on the stage and goes, "Hello, I'm back." Yes.
Guess who's back?
That's like the nicest way Kojima pulls up his middle finger and goes, "Fuck you, Konami."
Fuck you, Konami. And then they showed his new game, Death Stranding, and we got to see in beautiful CGI mocap Norman Red Anus, as Jim Sterling put it.
I'm very hyped for Norman Fetus.
So basically, it's Norman Reedus on like some sort of like beach or something.
Yeah.
Bare ass naked, by the way. He like picks up like this like little tiny like fetus baby thing, which is now a meme. And like there's like these weird like things flying through the sky, and it's called Death Stranding. We don't like it is like
we don't know anything.
We don't know anything about it.
Is typical Kojima.
Yeah, it's like super vague, but everyone's excited.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, because it's Kojima.
It's Kojima.
Yeah. With Norman Reedus, which is really cool. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Walking Dead fan, so I mean,
well, he's a
good actor.
I'm not a fan of The Walking Dead either, but
he is a good actor.
I like him. He's a good actor.
Have you seen the meme that has Kojima next to Norman Reedus in the mocap suit? It says,
that moment when Sony gives you like
Sony gives you a blank check and you make your friend do weird things.
Yeah, it was really funny. And you would think there's no way that they could follow that up. And for some people, there was no way they could follow it up.
I was like, okay.
But for me, they followed it up with the best fucking thing they could, because, oh my god, guys, Spider-Man! Insomniac Games, which is one of my favorite developers of all time, because they made the Ratchet & Clank games. Holy fucking shit! They're making a Spider-Man game! I cannot wait. It looks amazing. The costume's a little I don't really like the white spider on it.
I'm sure that'll change. That'll be changeable.
Yeah, well, most Spider-Man games have alternate costumes.
Yeah.
Me and one of my friends, we were talking about it, and he was like, "Do you think they'll have Bombastic Bagman?" I'm like, "They always have Bombastic Bagman." Which is that's Peter Parker in a Fantastic Four suit with a paper bag over his head, and he has a sign taped to his back that says "Kick Me." It's in like almost every game where you can swap out the outfit.
That's funny.
It's wonderful. But yeah, I'm almost certain. And we were trying to figure out who's the voice actor. Because the first one I thought it was Josh Keaton, because I love Spectacular Spider-Man, and it has a very Josh Keaton feel to it. But we actually figured it out. because he also sounds a lot like Ben 10. It's Yuri Lowenthal. He's voiced Spider-Man a few times in some very small things. He's also voiced some characters in anime. He voiced a character in Tome.
So he sounds really familiar. Is he coming to a con near me?
He might be. I don't know. But I'm super excited because it's Spider-Man, and we haven't gotten a real Spider-Man game in a while since the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. And that's a movie tie-in, so no one cared about it.
Yeah.
The last one that came out that I really cared about was Shattered Dimensions, and that was quite a few years ago. Yeah, and I'm just super excited because he's back. Spidey's back, and it's going to be good because it's Insomniac Games, and they made Ratchet and Clank. That shit was awesome, and I know they made, that shitty FPS game, but we don't talk about that. And I know they made Sunset Overdrive, and I don't know why.
I love that game.
And I haven't played it, but I'm sure it's wonderful. And I'm just so excited. Frank, I'm so excited.
So, I'm going to start by saying that I was
talking about this more than Kingdom Hearts.
That I was kind of underwhelmed. And the reason, from the beginning of it, I thought it was going to be a new Infamous, and it looked really good.
That's what a lot of people thought
and it was. And fucking Spider-Man shows up, and I'm like, this isn't Infamous! What the fuck is this shit? Oh wait, that's Spider-Man! Okay, cool.
I saw it was actually getting a lot of hate, because it's an exclusive to PlayStation. But,
that's
guys,
Sony
owns Spider-Man, at least the movies, so...
Is that true? No.
They have the rights to the movie still.
Okay.
So what it is that
even though he's in Marvel now?
Yeah. So basically, they made a deal with Marvel. Marvel's gonna get some of the money from the movies, and they basically have the majority of creative control over the movies.
Okay.
But Sony is still funding the movie and still gets the majority of the profits from it. And then Spider-Man also gets to show up in Marvel movies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a deal they worked out, and I'm happy for it because that means we get better Spider-Man movies. They just confirmed actually with that Josh Keaton is going to be playing the Vulture. There's rumors that they're going to have the villain the Tinkerer in that movie, and there's rumors that Miles Morales will show up.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's the Ultimate Spider-Man from those who don't know. But that's movies. We don't need to talk about that.
We're talking about E3 and this shit right here.
And after Spider-Man, they showed off the gameplay for Dead Days.
Days Gone.
Oh, Days Gone. Sorry.
It's all good.
I don't know why that name keeps popping in my head.
That's weird.
But yeah,
Sony did really good.
Yeah, I think if we have to do that whole choose a winner thing,
Okay, I'm gonna do this because I've been thinking about this because I knew it was gonna come up. Who won E3, Finner or Frank Weck or whatever your fucking name is? The gamers, obviously. Yeah. We're not even really done, but with press conferences, I really dug Microsoft's more.
And you're allowed. You're allowed to have You're allowed to be wrong. It's okay.
I have a reason for this, though. Sony's press conference didn't feel like a press conference, just like a long series of trailers.
But a long series of awesome trailers.
Agreed, sure.
We didn't get bogged down with a bunch of details about, whatever your online service is. Sure, okay, we're getting groups in Cortana with Xbox Live. That's all right.
Excuse me for liking people talking.
No, it's fine. But it's I want to see the games, and I feel like a lot of the games that we got shown were interesting. Now,
here's my second point, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I want to see the games. I got a lot more gameplay from Microsoft.
Yeah,
a lot more gameplay from Microsoft. We got God of War and Days Gone.
And Detroit.
Well, okay, the trailer is the game. You can't count that. It's Quantic Dream. That's how they make video games. They make playable movies.
Okay, let's go through this. God of War 4, we saw a gameplay.
Yes.
Days Gone, we saw a gameplay. Last Guardian, we got a trailer, which had a little bit of gameplay in it. Horizon Zero Dawn, we got gameplay. Detroit Become Human, we got a trailer with some gameplay in it. PSVR, a lot of those had snippets of gameplay, except for Arkham. COD Infinite Warfare, gameplay. Crash Bandicoot, no gameplay, except for the trailer for him and Skylanders, which had some gameplay in it.
But
so I'll give you it there.
To go to
Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, trailer with some gameplay. Death Stranding, no gameplay, but it's Kojima, so everybody didn't care. And Spider-Man had a trailer with some gameplay. So yeah, you may have gotten more, but there's still plenty of gameplay here.
I don't know. I don't really agree.
I feel like you're just... I feel like with you, though, a lot of the games that were shown off at the Microsoft conference appeal to you more.
Agreed.
Because, like, yeah, there's probably games here that you care about, but
sure.
I feel like generally, at least when I was talking to you, the vibe I was getting was that you cared more about the games that were being shown off by Microsoft.
Recore?
Recore, Gears 4.
Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, Recore, Gears 4, Dead Rising 4.
Gears 4, I mean, I care about Gears, but really it's like, it's a non-point with me. I don't care that much.
But, like, Cuphead and...
They showed indie.
We Happy Fews. Yeah, they showed a lot.
They showed a lot of indie,
which was surprising to me.
And a lot of games that I care about.
Normally, when I think of indie, I think of PlayStation because they were hitting it real hard a few years ago.
But it's like, you know, they're bringing Cuphead, freaking Stardew Valley, Yooka-Laylee. They showed all this cool stuff. Bloodstained. I hadn't seen Bloodstained in like a year, and they showed us some cool stuff.
Well, that was all in a montage, though.
But still, I don't care.
We didn't get a whole lot of it. But yeah, good. I thought PlayStation was probably the best conference, and then after that, it's kind of up in the air for me because I liked stuff from Microsoft, I liked stuff from Ubisoft, but I also didn't like stuff from Microsoft and didn't like stuff from Ubisoft.
Sure.
So I don't know. As far as like games I care about the most, probably Ubisoft, just because the new South Park and Steep were really cool looking, and so was Watch Dogs 2. But with Microsoft, it's like most of the games on there I won't be even able to play unless I can somehow manage to get an Xbox One. So obviously, it's not going to appeal to me as much.
I got you.
But We Happy Few looks cool, and there's some other stuff in there that looks interesting.
But really, I don't like the mentality like the console wars shouldn't even exist at this point in time.
Yeah,
I really hate it. I do. Because it's like, it's division. That's what it is.
It's the division!
No, it's simply division. And I despise it. Like, it's almost like being like racist or sexist. You're being like consolist at this point in time. Oh, you fucking Xbox players and you're fucking, oh damn the time of Project Scorpio, fuck this shit, oh my god, Sony is the best shit ever.
Oh, you fucking Sony ponies, oh, look at your shitty fucking God of War, oh, I can't come up with an original game.
And all of a sudden we're the fractured butthole. Civil War.
Who won E3? Nintendo.
We did. We did.
No, but yeah, I thought Sony did really well. I thought they had some cool games.
Everybody did really well, minus maybe Ubisoft, but
minus EA.
And EA, yeah.
My only issues with Sony were obviously the Crash Bandicoot thing, and then a lot of the games they showed off aren't coming out this year.
Yeah,
which is a problem I have with a lot of E3 games, just because. Yeah, cool, interesting. When will I get to play it?
Yeah.
Will I get to play it soon? No. Then why do I care? But yeah, so that was Sony, but there's one more company that we haven't talked about yet.
We hadn't talked about them because they didn't really do a press conference?
They didn't do, so Nintendo, they haven't done a press conference in the past few years. That's just how they roll. They've done their digital event, though.
I think
this year they skipped even doing that because they honestly didn't have a whole lot of new games to show off.
Oh my god, what they did have to show.
Yeah, so they did their Treehouse Live event, which is them on the show floor showing off new games. And the game that they showed off, their primary game, was the brand new Legend of Zelda.
Breath of the Wild.
I was about to say, and it has the name Breath of the Wild. Oh my god! This game looks awesome. Reading right off of the notes. Holy shit, guys! Open world Zelda is fucking awesome.
Those weren't the notes.
Those weren't. Holy shit! Okay, so
the hype train has officially begun.
The hype train has left the station. Like, okay, so for those who don't know, I'm kind of a lukewarm Zelda fan. I think it's cool. I never get hyped. I never do. But oh my god!
After Skyward, after I bought the collector's edition of Skyward Sword, yeah, I was really skeptical. But holy shit! So there's so much to talk about with this new Zelda game.
The weapons, you can get so many different weapons. Everything from a tree branch to the Master Sword to a fucking battle axe. You can go around chopping down trees. You can go around climbing trees. You can climb, like, freaking mountains. Like, you can dive into lakes and go around and just and kill fucking goblins or whatever the fuck those things were, and you can blow shit up, and you can be Bill Trent setting everything on fire and causing explosions everywhere, because why the fuck not? You can go anywhere, do anything, and it is awesome.
It looks very heavily inspired by like Western RPGs like Skyrim.
Yeah. Like it's very much like Skyrim, where you have your little intro sequence, but then you get dropped in a world, and they're like, go do whatever the fuck you want, and you're like, yes, and you do that, and it's fun, and it's awesome, and it looks so good. You can open a chest, and what do you find? Pants, because Link now can wear something other than his classic tunic.
Something really interesting to note.
You get individual pieces of clothing, like different types of clothing and armor and stuff. And I know I cut you off, so go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm fanboy.
Through all the gameplay that I've seen of this game so far, not once have I seen a rupee, and not once have I seen hearts. Go ahead.
So with hearts, hearts still represent your health, but they actually showed this off in the demo. So what you do instead of cutting grass or breaking pots to find hearts, what you do is you actually have to eat food, which is not hard to find. You can find various types of meat around, and trees have fruit, so you can climb them to get that, or chop down a tree to get the fruit. But you have to actually eat food, and you can actually cook food, so that when you eat it, you get more hearts.
Yeah,
and
I thought that was really cool.
They showed off at one point. One of the people demoing the game ate a food item, and they actually got more hearts than what they had. So like, how in Zelda, like, you start out with like 3 hearts. I think they had like 4, and they ate a food item, and they had like 6, so they could take extra hits.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's really cool, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Right.
I mostly watched the beginning of the gameplay, which they had Bill Trent running around in an open world.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't want like a whole lot of it spoiled for me.
Yeah, I think it's a good part.
But it looked really good.
Like I said, it's very heavily inspired by games like it reminds me a lot of Skyrim with like the Nintendo polish, which makes me excited, because that was half the reason I didn't really like Skyrim, is because it feels very jank. Like the combat is off, and just all of it kind of feels off to me. I guess I just can't get into Western RPGs, but I don't know. The Nintendo polish is always good. I don't think I can name a game where Nintendo hasn't been able to polish a turd and make it good. I mean, because even like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, not a great game, still good. I would even say Epic Yarn was good because of Nintendo polish. Sure, it had stupidness in it, but still a good game.
Yeah. I noticed in the notes you have, it says no fucking date. And that is true. We did not get an actual date.
Yeah, they show us all this cool stuff.
Yeah, but it's going to launch for both Wii U and NX. And it's actually going to be a launch game for the NX.
Right.
Which that comes out in March of 2017. So we have at least a month for it.
We could naturally jump, too. Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, so we don't have the exact date, but we have a general idea of when it's coming out. I'm going to be playing it on Wii U because I will not have the money for a new console in March.
I'm really skeptical about the NX. We still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come out in March. We don't know what it is.
Yeah, like, typically, like, when companies are going to be putting out a new console, they announce at least 2 years ahead.
Yeah.
Nintendo has not done that.
I think we've known about the NX.
Well, we've known about it, but they show it off at least.
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah. Like, for example, like PS3, when that was announced, and, it got so much hate because it had a fucking boomerang as a controller.
It also had a $600 price point.
Yeah. Ugh. But I played Blu-rays, so whatever. But yeah, Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a reason it was voted best game of show. Best of show from IGN for E3. It looked amazing. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It might be one of the best Zelda games.
I think it's an interesting thing to note. I've told CWood this before, but the time lapse between A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time was like 6 or 7 years, and we're hitting around that same marker from Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild, and I don't know why, but that makes me excited for it.
Mm-hmm. It looks really good.
Like they've they've understood that they need to spend this time, to make the best damn Zelda game they possibly can. And it looks so much like the original, like a 3D version of a bigger 3D version of the original.
Yeah.
The map that they showed us in that demo was like not even 10% of the whole map. Yeah. They zoomed out to show you what the whole. Oh my fucking god, it's so big. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna get lost in this game like people got lost in Skyrim.
Yeah. And then another game they showed off was Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
We got to see.
They showed a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. They showed basically up to like the first town, I think.
Yeah.
And it looks interesting. It looks like Pokemon, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
They showed off. They actually showed off 3 new Pokemon. So we got a mongoose wearing Donald Trump's toupee. We got generic bird, and we got like some beetle-looking Pokemon.
Right. I don't remember any of their names.
I don't either. But we got new Pokemon. It's like the generic beginning Pokemon, but it looks interesting.
Yeah. One thing I really want to mention right out of the gate is that just from watching the gameplay when they're in battle, I love the way the menu layout is now.
Yeah, so instead of having like battle right in the center, they have all your different options on different like right up on the sides of the bottom screen.
So if you're dumb and you use the stylus like I do,
but in the center they show each Pokemon, your Pokemon and the opponent's Pokemon, and you can actually tap on the Pokemon, and like if there's some sort of stat change, so like let's say you got your special defense lowered, it'll show that. Which I think that's really cool. Because that helps you keep track of stat changes, which is really important.
I think, another thing they mentioned is that if you fight a trainer, for instance, like your rival, whoever that will be, or Howl or whatever his name is, whenever you fight him again, any move that you used against their Pokemon, it'll tell you what's super effective, what's not super effective, and that's really cool. It looks very user friendly, more user friendly than Pokemon ever has, which is ridiculous to me.
Yeah. It looks really good, and I'm excited to see what happons when the game finally launches.
I don't remember where I saw this, but I heard a rumor that Popplio is a fairy type.
Yeah. So what happened was so they played the demo as Popplio because they're idiots and they don't know a good Pokemon when they see one.
Good Pokemon.
But they played it as Popplio, and they were leveling up, and Popplio learned a fairy type move.
Oh, I see.
I think it was like Dazzling Gleam or something. I don't know. But Popplio learned a fairy type move. So the theory is that Popplio is going to be a fairy type.
I don't know if that. I mean, theory, sure. I don't know if that proves it right away.
It doesn't necessarily prove it, but it's evidence to point towards it.
Yeah.
Especially since like Circus Clown kind of seems like something that would be like something like as lighthearted as Circus Seal seems like something that would be fairy type, and it goes well against Litten, who's fire type. We know that, but it's very black. Like the Pokemon's black, right. And so it would make sense. Okay, well he's going to be a dark type.
I really hope that the rumor of him being fire ground is actually true.
That would be interesting.
Because that would make him times 4 weak to water. Because he's a cat.
Yeah.
Nintendo, they think about things.
Yeah, but that was the last game that I really saw from Nintendo.
Well, I mean, because other than that, that's really all they showed at E3. The rest of this that I have written down here...
They showed off Paper Mario Color Splash, which I don't give a fuck about because it doesn't play like how a Paper Mario game should play.
Sort of interested. It looks like, from the trailer that I got to see, it looks very like Super Mario Sunshine.
Yeah. The only reason I care about this game was because Game Explained did an interview with the director, and they asked, would Nintendo be interested in doing an HD remaster of Thousand Year Door? And they said, if people say they want it, we'll definitely consider doing it. And that's the biggest thing I took out of this was, hey guys, we could get Thousand Year Door HD.
Hey Nintendo!
Well, no, because that's the best Paper Mario game. That's the one everybody loves. Why not?
I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, so...
I played the original. It's one of my childhood games.
Right.
And I love the series. Hence why I was horrified at what I played with Sticker Star. It was the worst Mario game I've ever played in my life.
Wow, but worse than like Mario's Missing or Mario's Time Machine?
I haven't played those, but it's probably worse than that. Like,
I doubt it.
It felt like a kick to the balls.
Have you played Mario's Missing?
I don't want to
play
play
gameplay of Mario's Missing?
Gameplay. It's probably worse.
No. Nothing is worse than Mario is Missing.
Or are we talking NES or Super Nintendo version?
Oh, I forgot there were two.
I'm thinking of the SNES one, like the Super Nintendo.
I remember watching the Game Grumps play it like a year ago. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but yeah.
So there's a new Monster Hunter coming out, and it's coming out way sooner than I thought it was. I mean, Monster Hunter Generations, I'm not a huge Monster Hunter fan. It's cool. My girlfriend got a code to play it, and so I'm going to play it. It looks fun. We're bringing back the past monsters, you know, from old Monster Hunter games, and they're like evolving them. The trailer showed like this really cool salamander thing, and it got like electric powers, and it was fucking dumb looking. Not like physically, but like fighting it would be stupid, in my opinion.
I've never played Monster Hunter, so I don't care.
Noted.
Legit, like
it looks really fun to me. It comes out the Friday of Tokyo and Tulsa, so
cool.
Yeah, which is the 15th of next month.
Yeah, and you can see Frank and CWood there.
Plug. Go to TNT. Plug.
Markiplier for TNT 2017.
See Meteoroid live. Awesome J-Rock band.
Yeah. Speaking of music, there's an awesome music rhythm game coming out.
I'm really good at these unintentional segues, apparently.
Rhythm Heaven Megamix is coming to the Nintendo 3DS eShop. In fact, you can buy it right now.
It's actually out now.
Yeah. I've never played a Rhythm Heaven game, but
I love the Rhythm Heaven franchise.
Yeah, they look really good, and I've been wanting to get into it, so I might pick this one up.
It's really like it's very simplistic, like it's like one button.
Yeah, but this one is going to have a mix of rhythm games from the past 3.
From the original Rhythm Heaven coming out on the Game Boy Advanced, pretty sure.
I know there was one on DS,
and then the DS, and then the one on the Wii. And there's even going to be like new mixes and stuff like that, new types of games, which is cool. I'm excited for it. I'm probably not going to buy it right away. I'll probably wait for it to drop really low in price before I buy it. But I really like the Rhythm Heaven games, so I'm really excited to see that they're continuing it. Choir Boys for Smash. Please.
And then...
last but certainly not least...
the Nindies, as people like to call them.
That's Nintendo's name for them.
Also known as Nintendo Indie Games. We got... there's 3 that we want to showcase. First one is Axiom Verge, which is currently available on PS4, but it's coming to Wii U. It's a very Metroid-inspired 2D kind of open world game.
It looks like Super Metroid to me. Mm-hmm. Yay.
Basically, it's like this giant open world, and you have to explore it to find things and basically proceed for the game. Like it plays like it's basically Metroid.
If you've played Metroid, like not Metroid Prime Metroid or any Castlevania
basically,
game.
if you played 2D Metroid, this is what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Looks interesting. I don't really care, but I know there's people who do.
Me, I care.
There's Jotum, which I know I didn't even know about until he showed me.
Yeah, that game looks freaking sweet. Jotum Valhalla Edition will be available on the Wii U soon,
and it looks beautiful. You described it as like kind of like 2D top-down God of War. Right?
Yeah, well, the reason I said it that way is it's beautifully hand drawn, but like the boss fights that they show in the trailer are like these huge, massive titans, because that's what Jotum means, by the way, in Norse mythology. So you're fighting these titans, and they're huge.
Titans. I'm gonna kill all the titans.
Great, and we've gone into anime now.
Animu.
But
oh yeah, they showed that off at the Sony press conference.
Oh, right.
And like one of their montage videos.
I forgot
there's an Attack on Titan game coming to PS4.
But yeah, Jotum looks awesome because like I described it as like this 2D God of War. The game plays in like a 3D realm, but since it's all hand drawn, it looks very 2D, which I'm super okay with because I love games like that. But like all these bosses, they're like massive creatures, and it's like I don't know. It gives me a God of War feel. I'm very cool that I can't wait for it to come out. I'll probably buy it. And the last game that I'm going to mention is actually already out on the Wii U. If you want to go and download it,
it's coming to the Nintendo 3DS.
Woo! If you've ever played Runbow or seen gameplay of Runbow, it's very interesting. I don't know how to explain it.
It's like an infinite runner, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Basically, you play as a little character who's constantly running to the right, and you have to jump and dodge and slide under different obstacles and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's the platforms will change depending on the color, and the color moves to the beat of the music.
Yeah, and the entire stage plays to the beat of the music, and so if you can really get into the rhythm, timing your button presses with the music, you can play this game flawlessly. And it's a lot of fun for a lot of people, and it actually has a lot of different characters in it, right?
Yeah, it has a lot of other indie darling characters,
including a brand new one.
Yeah, Shantae is coming.
Shantae, my favorite. I want this game now just because of Shantae.
Well, listen, it's coming to the 3DS. It's going to be called Runbow Pocket. And also, there's supposed to be physical versions coming soon, and the Wii U version will come with all the DLC and the soundtrack, which is probably the version I'll be buying because soundtrack. And the 3DS version will come with all the DLC and exclusive themes for your 3DS, which are really cool.
Mm-hmm. But that's the last of E3. All the games that we cared to talk about. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. You were some. But apparently there are rupees in the Zelda games.
Yeah.
So. Oh, and you can jump manually too in Zelda. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you for telling me, Victoria. You got your name in the podcast.
Fuck. Never mind.
But anyways, that's the last of what we have on our list. What is your game that you're most interested in?
Do you have to ask me?
Just making sure. What?
Dead Rising 4?
All right.
I'm Frank Weck. I cover cons, you know. Yeah, I'm most excited for Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, and Dead Rising 4 looks great.
And the potential of a Dead Rising 1 remaster. Please.
Not taking into account Kingdom Hearts, because I will choose that every time. I would choose that over my own child. No, I wouldn't. That's ridiculous. I don't have a child, so how could I do that?
Thank God. That's all I can think of. Thank God.
But no, there's a lot of games that I think are interesting. Horizon looks cool. Spider-Man is cool. I'm interested in more Crash Bandicoot. I think the game that really caught my attention most was actually probably South Park. Yep. It looks really funny. It looks like a lot of fun. I love the superhero movie genre and comics, so I'm super excited to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. So that might actually be my game of E3. The big one is the Fractured Butthole.
I feel like you picked that just so you could say it again.
Hey, I can say the Fractured Butthole anytime I want.
Alright, guys. We want to kick it over to you, though. We're definitely interested to hear your thoughts. What is your game of E3?
Yeah, because there were a lot of really cool games shown off. Not all of them got shown off at the conferences. There were a lot of cool games on the show floor.
I think Breath of the Wild probably is a very close second for me.
Yeah. Oh, same for me, because
God, it looks so good.
Well, then they showed off so much of it.
It looks so good.
It looks really good. If I'm going to go off on a brief tangent here with Kingdom Hearts. I know you hate Kingdom Hearts.
I don't hate Kingdom Hearts.
I know you hate.
I hate that every Square Enix game has to be Kingdom Hearts.
But but there was a demo for Kingdom Hearts HD 2. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 had a fuck these titles. It had a oh god, I'm dropping so many frames right now.
It's fine.
Anyways,
stop looking at it.
They had a demo out on the show floor. You could play Dream Drop Distance HD, which I heard played really well. So it plays 60 frames per second, which it's the first Kingdom Hearts game to do so. And I was wondering how they were going to handle reality shifts and Dream Eater abilities, because those were all handled with the bottom screen.
They were a touch function.
Yeah. So reality shifts, you just press the touchpad.
Let's say on PS4 that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, on PS4 you just press the touchpad. Like you don't even move your finger on it, you just press it to activate it. And then Dream Eater abilities are apparently on the command deck, which I'm a little iffy about. But if you have to go from a handheld to a home console, I couldn't really think of a better way to do that.
I wonder how they're gonna. Is it coming to Xbox?
No, it's on 2.8 is a PS4 exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Because Xbox is getting the third one. They're getting Kingdom Hearts 3. But they also showed off Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, which I've heard a lot of complaints from people. They think I just noticed that I started talking about Kingdom Hearts and the number of people went down watching the stream. I'm like, oh god!
Stop looking at it.
Don't look at it. You're just gonna.
This is why we're never gonna live stream again, guys.
But they showed off the new game, and it looked really good in my opinion. I saw a lot of the demo. It looks like a lot of fun, and I got to hear a lot about how it plays. I'm really excited. And we finally learned what's up with the character Terra, because he shows up in that trailer, and he's supposed to be dead, but he's not. Well, what it was it turns out he's just like a hallucination basically.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he's
because Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I mean, when you spend a decade in basically hell, I mean, you're gonna wish you could see your friends again.
I guess.
But yeah, that was a game that I got to see quite a lot of.
We're gonna talk about games that weren't really discussed. Persona 5. I'm really excited for Persona 5. I've already pre-ordered the collector's edition for my girlfriend more than me, but whatever.
But yeah, a lot of cool games shown off at E3. I thought it was a pretty good year.
Is it good? Yeah, it definitely was a good year.
Especially from Nintendo. I thought Nintendo was going to be very weak this year, only having really one game to show off.
Yeah.
But what they showed off of Zelda was really good.
They came prepared.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad.
Like I said, there's a reason that IGN said it was the best of show.
God, I can't wait. That game's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I'll play the fuck out of that game.
I'll play the fuck out of it.
Oh goodness! All right, but that's it. That is the Fandom Fighters Podcast E3 Live Extravaganza
and Knuckles featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Fuck yourself.
I'm CWood Director.
I am Frank Wack,
and you can find me on Twitter at CWood Director, and obviously YouTube, because this is where this is currently being streamed to. But yeah, follow me on Twitter and see all the awesome things that I tweet about.
Yeah, you could find my channel if you. I think I'm in the related channels on CWood's homepage. If
I
you
believe
go back
so.
there.
Yeah.
If you want to go the longer way around, youtube.com/Frank Wack Productions. Mm-hmm. Find me on Facebook or Twitter at the Dude Frank Wack, DOODWAK.
Yeah, definitely check him out. He's got a lot of really cool stuff.
I'm going to TNT, Tokyo and Tulsa, coming in like a month. GlitchCon in like a month and a half.
Yeah, and there's a lot of really good videos on his channel. I'm totally not saying that because, he's
the one that edits
I edit a lot of them. We just put up a video. It's Let's Talk Ouran High School Host Club with Dripping with Good Looks cosplay.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Really cool video. Basically 18 minutes of just talking about Ouran High School Host Club, which some people might not like, but I think...
Because Dripping with Good Looks Cosplay is a cosplay group that does Ouran.
Yeah.
That's why
their name is derived from a quote from the show.
We also talked about like how it feels to put on that role for other people, and we talked about how they got into that character to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, mostly Ouran. But we did talk about them.
So watch that video and kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Get out.
Yeah, but definitely check that out. It's a good video. There's going to be an interview with Austin Tyndall coming up fairly soon, so check that out as well. Huh?
I said excitement.
Yeah, voice of Kaneki and Marco The Attack on Titan character with no
half
merchandise.
Half off the video, guys.
Half off on Marco merchandise. What Marco merchandise? But yeah, I'm CWood Director.
I'm Frank CWood.
And thanks for checking out the Fandom Fighters podcast.
Bye.
Bye.